Stew. Is there some hardship that you're going through, Stew? Talk it through with me, Stew. Are you okay?
Wow. Seriously.
Stew.
Oh my god.
Do I even know what you're going through, Stew?
Oh my god almighty. I don't even know whether could be classed as a serenade. I don't even know what this is anymore.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, my dad's ringing me. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, hey up. Oh, that's actually quite peaceful now. Oh, Duke in the chat. So Duke, I don't know whether you just experienced what I've just experienced, but boy, oh boy, that was noisy. I had a little bit of a headache before I started. Now it's like a full-blown migraine. Wow. I don't even know what to say anymore. My head is hurting. Chinny's gone. His dad's just rung him. Could be for anything. Could be like, hey, son, I need you to help me play that bridge on computer. How do you do it? Could be that. I don't think he speaks like that, though, because he doesn't come from, I don't know, wherever that accent is from. Who knows? I hate monologues, by the way. Just saying, for those people who are watching, this is me doing another thing. What do you mean, ready in the wings? Get your ass in here. What's the matter with you? Have you got do you need a link? I don't know. Have you got it? So let me know, Antonio. Oh, it does need a link. Oh, stay there. Let me sort that shit out. I thought he'd had it from last time, but who knows? Copy link. It's in the Twitter chat now. Oh, shine. Don't like that, it didn't. Hopefully you can get joined now because Chinny is still talking to his dad on the phone. Who knows what that's all about? Could be anything. Maybe he wants to hire a bouncy castle. Maybe that's the thing. Who knows? Maybe he's having a party. Maybe he just wants to go out and get like pissed or something. And Chinny's like, hold up, Dad. Teetotal. If you've forgotten, I don't drink. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. I don't know why I'm waffling. I'm just waffling now. There's no one else to talk to. So I'm just waffling on. Evening, James. How are you? Hope you're well. Yeah. Don't know what else to say. Is he joined yet? Where is Antonio? Oh my god, we can't start the show and Chinny's gone and shit's going down. I'm all right, actually. I don't know why I'm making weird noises. I'm just waiting for Chinny to come back because he's talking to his dad on the phone. Family shit. Family stuff. He's still doing it. Look, he's got his head down. You can't see him, but I can see him. His head's down. He's looking very serious. I feel like this is a serious chat going on here. So it's serious happening. I don't think there's anything serious happening. I don't know. Here's Antonio. Can you hear me, Antonio? Are you talking? Yay, Antonio is here. Finally, I'm not talking to myself anymore because Chitty's busy. Stuff.
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Stew.
That's me.
Are you okay, Stew?
I will be once we start the show. By the way,
you know the emotions that you're going through, Stew.
Wow.
And
yeah.
What rhymes with ants?
Pant.
Nothing. That's the conclusion that I've come to, Stew.
Rams. And I'm going to do that in a minute if we don't get the show started, people.
You're going on a rant.
Wow.
Nothing else rhymes with ant. Sorry, ant.
Can't. Almost rhymes with ant.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Right, let's.
Right, let's just start the show.
How you doing, Ant?
Can you do the
Very well,
intro
thank you,
or
mate.
not?
Very well.
I don't know. Hang on one sec. I might be able to.
Can you actually do stuff? Can you play things?
I can.
Can you play things we can hear? That's the
No,
problem.
that's the trick. I can play what the stream can hear it. I'll edit
Yeah, but how
it
do
in.
I know when it ends?
Fuck off.
How do I fucking know when it ends? How do I know when to do the intro?
Listen,
if it's not
listen,
gonna know when it ends?
listen. You're not listening.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I know what to do. Right,
What?
we'll do is this, right? I'll watch you on the actual Zoom meeting so I know it's at the right time. When the intro ends, you put your thumb up. How about that?
No, I'll just sing it. What's the What's the thing again?
What?
What's the theme? I haven't listened to the show for a long time. What?
What? Just play it.
He goes boom, 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 boom. Welcome, yo, to the veteran gamers, and so on. I'll edit it in after, Stu. Just go.
It's fine. I think I'm just gonna go because
Yeah.
this is getting all kinds of weird now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my god! Right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this shit. Hello and welcome to episode 656 of the Veteran Gamers podcast. Yeah, there's no cheering or anything this week. It's weird.
Yay!
Yay! Just a minute.
Yay!
There you go. Yay!
Woo!
I'm Stu. Oh, this is going well.
No, I'm Chinny.
Yeah,
I'm Duke this week.
yeah, Duke. Because Duke, can we just say Duke has got the Rona? He's
got the
finally
Rona.
caught
Yeah.
the Ronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the
Um,
last one.
Yeah, I've got. I am the last man standing now on this podcast who hasn't had Rona.
Yeah.
And and at work, right? There's about 36 people. Were there 37 people, and I am one of 6 people at work that hasn't had it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing kind of well, I guess, but I think it'll catch up with me sooner or later.
Just gloat
I
while
think-
you can. Gloat while you can.
I'm not gloating. I'm just saying. I'm
Sounds-
stating facts.
A sense
Sounds
of very
gloaty.
small sense of superiority.
Sounds
compared
gloaty to
being
me.
Like right now. Yeah.
Just saying. You know, I'm.
They're just
I'm
saying. There you go.
obviously
There it is.
Just
immune,
saying. Just saying.
And you are a Rona fucking central. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Just saying.
Shout out Susan, long COVID crew.
Yeah, Rona Central people. So yeah, no, I'm trying to avoid it still, you know, and hopefully I will, but who knows?
Yeah.
At some point I will probably get it.
You will probably get it.
So
Good luck with that.
don't know. Don't really know.
How are you, Stu?
I'm all right. Juice says this delay on Stu's camera always been there. I don't know, because we never listened to the actual thing at the same time, so we don't know. I know whether there's a delay or not. Is there a delay?
I don't know. Or care, to be honest.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. I hope Juice will all right, by the way. I better say that, seeing as he's now calling me out for not saying I hope he's all right. I think he's all right. He's in the chart. So I
He's-
assumed he was, you know, a
he's
bit
probably
groggy
fine.
and ill, but okay, hopefully. Hopefully he's
Uh,
okay.
I'm assuming you're on YouTube, Duke. Hello, Duke. I hope you get better soon, mate. Is the Duchess got it too, or is she safe?
No, he's just
You
said
know
he's isolating downstairs, so I'm assuming the Duchess
yeah.
has got away with it out there. You see, it's quite handy having that basement now, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So, you know, he can obviously isolate, and she can just shove bits of toast under the door for him. So
Yeah,
it
that's
should be
basically
fine.
what happened when I had the
Yeah.
vid. Is like I isolated upstairs, and because
Mm.
there was a family birthday, and Tara was like, I ain't getting in on that action, so she
The
stayed
two times
downstairs.
I've encountered it in my life, I was living at a time with grandparents who worked in the NHS, so there was no point isolating because I was going to get it. The second time was when my sister invited her, my partner invited her sister up, just for a little getaway, so she can get away from her small flat, and she brought the Rona with her. So I had to live in this very tiny 2-bed flat with 2 women who have Rona. So I was cooking for everyone, cleaning for everyone while wearing a mask.
Nice.
Luckily, I survived without getting the Rona. So according to my partner, I'm super immune or some shit. But just wait, I'll get it again one day probably.
Yeah, it has. So have you had it at all, Antonio?
I had it in December 2020, and I was
so you have had it once.
ill for a good month and a half, and I still have long
Wow.
COVID from it. Yeah,
God.
that's why I shouted out Susan at the start. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
it is
definitely.
shit. It is shit.
It's really shit.
It is shit. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Without Duke here, without the sound bites. You know, you do think,
Weird,
but
better,
then you kinda
weird,
miss it. I
better,
miss it.
better, weird. Is it
I
the
don't
same
know.
thing?
I don't
Do you know
know.
what I mean?
I kind of miss them when they're not there.
Don't say that.
I don't know. I do. I do.
Don't say that, Eric. You'll be sure
No.
next week to give
I don't miss
double
them.
the effort.
I
then.
don't miss them at all.
Do
So,
you not miss? I kind
no.
of miss them.
Antonio, how are you?
Yes,
What's
mate.
going on with you?
Not bad, thank you. Not bad, thank you. As you can tell from the background, my house is still not there. It's still in pieces.
Well,
An
I
update on
mean,
the
your
gym
house
sounds
looks pretty
good.
intact. To be fair, there's a wall behind you. It's not in pieces. It's just there.
There
Yeah,
are
it
some
looks.
cracks-
It looks
there are some
fine.
cracks
To
in the
be fair,
ceiling,
it just
but-
looks
Looks fine.
plain.
It just looks blank.
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, it
Needs
looks
some
plain. Blank.
artwork.
Yeah, posters
There
or
is
something.
there and there, but obviously it doesn't matter here, so it's pointless. I can
No.
visualize it. It's a picture of my family and a film sale of Harry Potter, the first 3 films. So there you go.
Oh, that'd be
Picture
good.
that in your head, dear viewer, because you can't see it on stream either.
That would be good. That would be good. Can I just say before I do the show every week, I need to check because fuck me.
No,
The
thanks.
reason my internet goes all crazy is because goddamn Steam auto bloody updating pissing games and
Yeah.
downloading loads of shit while I'm podcasting. I'm like, why is it doing this? And I'm like, oh, bloody Steam.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of getting used to checking it because I'm like, I know why it's going all weird. It's Steam. But it
Mm.
was the Quarry, the massive 21 gigabyte fucking update on the Quarry. What the hell are they doing for 21 gigs? It's just goddamn ridiculous.
I don't know.
No
Can I
idea.
just say, by the way, talking of stories, I haven't done stories yet,
Yeah, go on.
but I am kind of excited. Can I just
Okay.
say?
Phew, excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
My mute button didn't
that was
work
like a
in
drum
time.
roll.
My
That was like a
mute.
drum
I've
roll.
got a mute button, but then it didn't work.
Whoop-choo.
Yeah, it didn't work. sorry.
Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of excited because some dude on Reddit has done this, like, when will you get your Steam Deck estimator thing.
Right.
So basically what he's done a massive spreadsheet and he did this fucking epoch date stamp weird thing with Steam. So it tells you exactly what time you ordered your Steam Deck, right?
Yeah.
And then he just puts all this shit into some program he's come up with. And then it estimates when you might get your email that you're getting it.
Yeah.
Now, since he's done all this work, he's also been getting people to send, like, fill out a form saying when they ordered it and when they received it. Got
Right.
the email, so he can, cross-reference whether his estimations were right or not. And they've been pretty accurate, right? So, but a lot of the latest ones now, it seems like it's about 1 year and 10 days or so since you ordered it when you get the email. Now I'm 1 year and 2 days, so it's looking like in the next couple of weeks I may get my "your order's being processed" email. Pay for this shit, so you're not going to get it kind of jive. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm going to be getting my Steam Deck hopefully in the next maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
I bet you can't wait for that thing to collect dust in your house.
I am so excited.
Which
but
one
here's the
did you
thing.
go for? Because there's 3 versions in there.
No, the smallest one. Because what's the point? What is the
Okay.
point, right?
Because I will say, if I do buy, I buy at least the second one because the storage
Why?
is not that fast. EMCC storage, without being too technical, is normally really temperamental. Like I have a piece of shit Chromebook up there. It's been collecting dust for years, and that's got the same kind of storage in that Steam Deck.
But I have
Just
ordered.
completely ignores me. Okay.
Let me tell you why you're
Let me
wrong.
tell you for why you're wrong, though, Antonio. I'll tell you for why that you're wrong. Because
Yes.
Antonio did
Am
a
I only
visual gag there where he got
I
up.
know, yeah.
For the audio
Uh,
listeners, he did a visual
Thank
gag.
you. Always thinking about the audio listeners. Always think about
Always-
them. Yes, I stood up
always
out
thinking.
of frustration
Always
and slight
thinking.
disappointment.
Yeah.
Well, let me just hear me out first before you go doing the judgments, right? Before you go doing the judgments,
Fair enough.
right? It's 3:49.
This is the internet. I judge first. I'm blocking you,
Exactly.
Stu. I'm shutting you right
Exactly.
down.
This is Gen Z, Stu. Judge.
Sorry,
I'll mute
349. 349 for the cheapest version. Okay. And it's something ridiculous like 649 or 59 for the most expensive one, and 500 and something for the one in the middle, or 400 and something. I think it might be 500. Anyway, it's
I think it goes up in
expensive.
100 increments, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
you're
about
right, you're right.
£100 every time on top. So it's 349, 449, 549, whatever, right? I've picked up a 512 gigabyte super fast SD card today, right? Which has 190 megabits a second write speed or read speed, sorry, and 120 write speed, which is pretty fast. And that was £69. So my total investment is 412 quid. And the most expensive is 550. So it's a hell of a lot cheaper to have actually more storage than the most expensive version. How is that a bad thing?
They are different types of storage, but yeah, fair enough.
And someone had written on one of the reviews, actually, they've done reviews on the SD cards to use with a Steam Deck. And they said the difference between the most expensive one and this particular SD card is about 4 to 5 seconds in load time.
Fair enough.
Is that really a big deal? No. So yeah, no, I think it's fine. I do think the best value proposition is the smallest one and just get a hefty SD card to go with it.
That's
And
fair, in my
hopefully-
personal opinion. And also, as someone who's used a Steam Deck at my office, I would say go get the NVMe one. I would personally, because yeah, eMMC storage is temperamental and not the best to have a system run on. But yeah, I gave one a shot when I was down in the office.
So
doing
how
some
was
shooting
it?
stuff.
Come on, give me some
It's
info, man.
good, man. You can look at it and assume what it is like. It is good fun. Just keep your keep what you want to play in check. Let's just say, because it's not a powerhouse in any way. Developers are for sure, at least big, developers, your AAA ones, are keeping the Steam Deck in mind. But like playing Elden Ring on it, for example, for a few minutes wasn't the best. There is a Steam Deck version, but it isn't the best.
Really? Because they were saying when it first came out that it was smoother on the Steam Deck than a normal PC. That's what they were saying, man.
They can say what they want. That was my experience. But it is still great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I saw it and gave it a good go, and I was like, yeah, this is really fun. I can see why. I think this will have some staying power in the industry. I do believe, because it is a little PC in your pocket. I don't know if I'll ever get one.
Duke saying who are they? Pretty much, can I just say, pretty much every outlet on the internet, GameSpot, IGN, all of those people were saying that it ran better, Duke, because they'd done some weird software shit on it. So that is why. I know he likes to question everything I say, and then he wants some citations and shit.
I can hear Duke.
Well, just take my word for it for once, Duke. Just take that fucking word for it.
Let me speak for Duke because he's not here.
God damn it.
Yes, but you have to back your argument up with a
Right,
source.
okay,
He
I
wants
will
a
find a
source.
source.
To
Just
quote
a minute.
Good God. My sources, I made it the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
But yes, the Steam Deck is pretty good. I think it will get more fun when the Steam Workshop is better implemented, because I know my partner wants to play Stardew on it, but you have to use a external mod program for that, and using Windows on it is a bit ropey. I didn't get time to do that.
You can't play Stardew Valley on another handheld gaming device, can you?
It's on the Switch.
Yeah, I know. I'm being sarcastic there, Antonio. What's going on?
This is, can I just say, just for Duke's benefit, this is from Tech Radar, which is a pretty big website
Tech
for games.
Radar? What kind of a name is that? This is not the
just
Matrix.
One of many. This is just the one at the top. Steam Deck
You
plays
are
Elden
offending
Ring
one of the companies that
better.
they work for, so watch yourself.
Steam Deck plays Elden Ring better than a 5,000 PC thanks to Valve. Sick of Elden Ring and its less than stellar performance on PC? If you're able, you may want to give it a try on the Steam Deck console, where the developers reportedly fixed most of the game's issues. As reported by Kotaku, so this comes from Kotaku, Valve has managed to fix some of Elden Ring's most glaring PC performances, such as heavy stuttering as a result of how the game streams background assets. Thanks to the fixed hardware on the Steam Deck, it is also the case that the Xbox Series XS and PS5 version of the game, issues such as stuttering are more easily remedied than they would be on a more malleable PC platform. So there you go. Is that all right? Are you happy now?
Well done.
Fucking hell, I tell you.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I'm so sorry, people, but Duke, it has to have a citation for everything I say these days. I don't know what's
Are we on
going
to story time?
No, I think we've done that shit, haven't we?
No, I've got a story to tell. So
have you got one as well?
Self-centered, Stu.
I know. Well, it used to be my thing, didn't it? Just saying.
but for years we've had stories from
God.
other people.
Can I just say, Duke's now saying you could email it to me? No, I'm not. Right, Chinny, your story.
You can take the teacher out of the classroom, but you can't take the teacher out of the classroom.
No, you cannot, can you? Jesus Christ. Chinny, go.
So it's Thursday. I'm at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get a phone call. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is this Mug Chin? I go, yeah, fucking is.
Yeah.
Fucking is,
yeah,
mate.
it is. I am the Chin.
He goes, this Commonwealth Games thing that's happening tonight? I went, I've heard of it. He says, well, it's happening in Birmingham. I go, I know about that. They go, well, we've got to move a ball. I was like, all right, this is confidential. There's going to be a big fuck off ball at this opening ceremony. And I'm like, cool. Well, was that my problem? Was that my problem? That sounds like bull to me. Basically, did you see the opening ceremony, Stu? Did you see it?
No, I heard it was a bit weird. So I didn't see it, but I've heard stuff.
There's a big fuck off ball in it, right?
Yeah, I
because
heard about
Birmingham ball ring, it's all.
Oh,
ball.
is that where that came from? But I know it's a bit
Fucking
weird.
hell, get with it, right? So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
there's a big fuck off ball, and the people at the show was like, we want to film. The ball has got to move from the Alexander Stadium to Centurion Square in Birmingham, which is 4.8 miles away.
Again, though, how is that your problem?
Again, why is this my problem?
Yeah, why is
Right.
that your fucking problem?
No, I said
what
to
have you
him,
got to do with a bull?
Stu, I said to him, hold on.
Did they think you were a moving company and mistaken for a film company or something? What did you think was happening here?
All right. I said to him, hold on, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Fuck off!
Oh, I like that.
All right. I said to him, fuck off! And they said, no, like, this is going to be one of your problems. This is what they sounded like. They said, this is going to be your problem. Why? Well, we need to film it moving from the stadium to the square. And I was like, I can see how this might be my problem there.
Is it on wheels? Can I ask? Was it on wheels?
It was on a it's like on a car, on a crane.
Right. Oh, well, that's easier. At least you don't have to actually pull it along with a rope or something.
I'm not pulling anything, mate. I'm not pulling anything. So I'm like, all right, okay. So you want us to film it move? Okay, right. Cool. And there's like, yeah, it's going to move at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh, okay. When? Tonight. Right. So we filmed the bull move from the stadium to the square, which had a 5 police escort.
Wow.
And we got to follow them around, film it. And here is a picture of me with the bull.
Said bull. Let's have a look.
So you'll see that pop up in a second.
Okay.
And there's Tom as well, who I work with, and we're just with the bull.
Chilling with a bull.
We're just chilling with the bull. There it is.
Have you chilled with a bull before? Is this the first time you chilled with a bull?
First time that I've been with the bull.
How was it? Was it good?
It was a bull. Yeah, so we basically finished at 4:30 in the morning, that move.
Wow.
So
that is a big bull, isn't
About
it?
when they go to bed.
Oh, it's enormous.
It's enormous, yeah.
I'm glad you weren't pulling that with a rope. That's huge.
What did you say, Antonio?
Oh, but when I go to bed, don't worry, moving on, making a passing comment.
All right. Yeah, so 4:30 it finished. It didn't come out the stadium. When it was being pushed out the stadium or driven out the stadium, it was on a ramp, and the ramp started to bow because it was too heavy for the ramp. So they had to support the ramp. And then it took another hour for it to get off the ramp, so it was an hour late. And as soon as it turned up into the square, because we had to film it going past like the big famous library in Birmingham, as soon as it went past the square, all these drunk girls came out of nowhere because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. They go, "Oh my god, it's a ball!" And we had to sort of get rid of them. And I said, "Okay, you've got to go. I'll take a picture of you all," because she wanted a picture with it. But you've got to go after the picture because we've got to border it all up. And she was like, okay. So I took a picture. So, but there you go. I met the bull.
That's impressive.
So
not only did you have to film it, but you had to perform crowd control as well.
Control.
Yeah.
Crowd control.
Were you doing the crowd control yourself, or was it a member of your team? Who was it?
Well, I mean, there's 5 policemen around you, so they're pretty good at it. To be fair.
That's a detail you omitted.
Yeah, and then no, I did say the 5 police. There's a 5 police escort. So when it was driving down the A34, there was like police bikes surrounded it, right, and we had to sort of like go past them and stuff. So yeah, there you go. That was my.
It's pretty cool. Can I just say, Chinny, there seems to be a pattern emerging here.
Go on.
Because you've been on a train full of girls dressed in weird clothes for Harry Styles'
What can
concert.
I say? They just follow me about. They just follow me about.
Now you've got yet another group of groupie girls who want to have the picture taken with a bull. I'm wondering what's going to happen next, to be quite honest.
They just love a bit of Chinny.
You know what I mean?
I think they must do. I really do.
Hey!
You know, it's all that stuff. So
it just seems like it's happening all the time to you. I mean, I'm just
you've
worried
either
for
got
that
it
you're
or you
gonna get
haven't.
mobbed.
Do you know what I mean? You either got it or you haven't. What can I say? Shall we talk about video games?
Yeah, shall we do that? We should
I
do
think
that.
so. I think so.
The video games.
hold on,
Because they haven't
yeah.
got a jingle. Who gives a
That was
shit?
beautiful.
That
was
Do you
beautiful.
like that? It's pretty good.
That was beautiful, mate. I think you should do it again. That was beautiful.
But let the video games. Right,
I've
let's
got this.
go
I've got
with
this one here.
Welcome to the video games section. Bitches.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, it was all right. I think mine were better. Right, let's go with you first, Antonio.
Okay, then. Let's do a hot off the press release, shall we? Fresh.
Oh,
and
we
fresh
don't.
and
Hey,
fresh.
Antonio, we don't do that.
Oh.
On
And
this
that's why
show.
you bring me in. Hot.
We don't.
That's why we
video
bring you
games.
in.
Hot
New
off
games.
the press. I like it.
Multiversus. Any of you heard of this game, Multiversus?
Yes, it's like a beat 'em up thingy, isn't it? Like a Nintendo.
Think Smash Brothers, but
Oh, it's
with
Warner
Yeah,
Brothers,
Smash
isn't it?
Brothers.
Is it Warner
Smash
Brothers?
Brothers with everybody. I mean, everybody's in
Indeed it
this.
is. Everyone. LeBron James, a real person who, funnily enough, is the only person not voiced by their actual character, which I found pretty
Okay.
hilarious.
That's funny.
Batman, Shaggy, Finn, who I play from Adventure Time. So basically, it is another attempt to try and be another Smash Brothers. There's been a Nicktoons one, I believe it was last year, which was on PS Plus recently. I played that. It's a bit pants, sadly, not very good.
No.
Brawlhalla, it's probably been the closest game to come to Smash. So if you haven't played Smash before, it's a 2D brawler, up to 4 players. And Multiversus, just to get it right out of the way, is really, really good. It's
Oh.
really good. It's not on the same level as Smash, but they're different kind of games. Without going too technical, Smash can be a bit slower. It can be a bit more, okay, I'm going to plan ahead of my attacks here. Multiverse is much faster, much more free-flowing. It does get very chaotic. And you can't block, which is one thing that I really enjoyed about it. So it encourages you to keep running, keep attacking, keep dodging. And it just has a lot of character to it. Like, this is a very small critique, but that Nicktoons Smash game I mentioned didn't launch with voice acting. So there was an announcer, but SpongeBob would just be slapping you, and then SpongeBob wouldn't make a noise.
What a
and
faux
SpongeBob is
pas.
kind of- But so it is just quite funny to have, say, Batman interact with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo during a match and have them talk to each other, as well as, well, interact with the characters they're fighting. So it does have this sense of just character to it. It is free to play. It is cross-platform, so it's on the Xbox, PS, and PC platforms. I'm really enjoying this game, man. It's really, really fun, really colorful, really vibrant, and it's just really attractive. Like, even watching it, I found, like, watching previews of it, I found it really enticing just to watch, which I didn't have with any of these other, like, want-to-be Smash games. I really recommend it, especially since that's
Can I ask
crossplay.
a question? Can I ask a question, Antonio?
Of course, fire away.
So, can you get away with mashing buttons on this, or do you have to be a bit more skilled than that?
You can definitely mash buttons if you want to, but a bit like in Smash, there's something called attack decay. So if you keep spamming, say, punch, eventually the punch will do less and less damage and have less and less of a
So it
throwback
encourages
effect.
you to figure out combos and stuff.
Duke in the chat said I couldn't even make it past the tutorial, so I look forward to hearing what he said about it next week. There is a
Well-
tutorial. You are forced to play a tutorial, at least the basic one, in which it gives you a free character. Now, this is free to play. So, am I being enticed to spend money yet? No. In my opinion, no, because it is all cosmetics. The only downside to it is there are, I think, 16 characters or something like that. There are different classes, which I'll get onto in a second. And there is a rotation of free characters every week, I think it is. So you
So
will
you just
eventually
still get
lose
that
out.
variety, even if you don't spend the cash on
You
them.
do indeed. You do indeed. But you earn enough coins so that if you found a character you like, you can buy him. So a character can range between 1,000 and 500 to like 3,000 golden coins that you can earn. I've played
Right.
about 3 hours, I'd say, and I've earned about 4,000 coins. So I can buy about 2 characters if I want to right now.
Right, okay.
One nice thing as well is there is a practice mode where you can fight an AI that is not moving, or how you can set him to do things to practice against. You can use any character you want then. So what I've been doing is playing about in the practice mode to see which characters I want to get eventually. But I do not feel like I need to pay a penny in any way. There is no advantage to it. Honestly, I'm so surprised at how good this game is. Like, I do enjoy the concept, but I've seen many wannabes try and beat Smash and just die. The Nicktoons one being a good example.
Sony had one, didn't they, Antonio? Did you remember that one?
I do. I have it. I see it right there. The PlayStation Battle Royale thingy. Yeah, which it was fine. I had that on the Vita. That's a great example. I remember playing that at EGX. I remember and thinking, yeah, it's fine. It's
fine. I'm going to pretend that I wasn't listening. But is this free?
This is indeed free to play. Yes. At what point did you check out? And I can fill you in.
He's been checking out for the last 5 minutes.
I checked out.
Knowing Chinny.
I had some cake earlier, Antonio. I'm going to confess, right?
Okay.
And I ate a lot of it just before we started the show.
So does that give you lack of concentration?
Was there a celebration or anything, or are you just feeling saucy that day?
And I now have a serious stomach ache.
Bloated tummy. Yay.
Because
for the win.
So I feel like I'm going to die. And sorry to bring the podcast down, because Antonio, you're pure class, so I don't want to bring it down.
I know, but you're just ruining it now.
I did a trumpet just about 5 seconds ago.
Oh my god!
And I think that if a canary was in this room, it would be dead. It would be dead.
Was the cake worth it though? Describe it to me, because I haven't had cake in a very long time.
It was a jammy Dodger cake.
I've seen these.
So it's like a cake with like jam in it. It's basically a brownie with jam in it, and then a jammy Dodger sort of wedged in the top. But you know what? I'm done with sweet stuff. I don't know why I bought it. We was at the cafe today with our niece, and she wanted cake, and I was like, I'll have a cake. Cake.
You're more of a savoury guy than a sweet guy.
I'm more of a savoury guy these days. Because I've been eating like a Pom Bears all day, because like we bought a Pom Bears, and then she left, and now I've just got all these Pom Bears, so I'm going to eat all those. So that's why I didn't know if this game was free or not. But what I want to know, Antonio, I have got a question about this video game, Multiversus, which is what we're talking about for the audio listeners.
On the Very Gamers Podcast, episode 656.
I have a genuine question.
Okay.
How do Tom and Jerry play?
Tom and Jerry was actually part of the reason I wanted to buy this game. So first of all, the class there are classes, by the way, Mike, I'll say it again, there are classes, a support, bruiser, and I'll get on to why that's good in a second. What's genius about them is they're not fighting you, they're fighting themselves.
Wow.
So all of their attacks are them. So basically all the attacks are Tom trying to attack Jerry and Jerry dodging or countering.
That's so clever.
And that's what I mean. I mentioned this game has a lot of character to it, which makes me want to keep playing it. Like even little things like when you spawn in, Batman is interacting with me playing Finn the Human from Adventure Time.
Yes.
Which I find really cute. The roster itself, I didn't expect it to have that many people, because when I think Warner Brothers, I think Looney Tunes and Batman. That's about it, really.
Mortal Kombat is what I think.
That would be nice, but I think they're trying to go
Sub-Zero
more...
going to be in this? That would be great, wouldn't it?
That would be great. He was in Injustice, so that would be great. See,
brilliant if you had Scorpion throwing a spear into Shaggy's stomach, into LeBron James's stomach.
Yeah, he's in it.
And come over here, and you know what I mean? And Tom and Jerry beating the shit out of Raiden. That would be
like
brilliant.
Every character has their own little mechanic which just suits the character perfectly. So Adventure Time, I know the show enough, and I know that Finn and Jake do stuff for money, basically. Not the bad things, the kid show.
No.
So Finn's mechanic is, as you fight, you earn coins. And the coins not just mean you can buy items, but it also means certain attacks are more powerful.
What about Tom and Jerry then? What happens with them?
I've only given them a little bash.
Okay.
So Tom and Jerry, they are mage classes, so they don't really fight in like a typical sense of you're going to run up and do lots of combos. It's more laying down traps and doing projectiles.
Okay.
So the main push of this is more a 2v2 kind of thing. So with Smash, it's normally 4-player, free-for-all, or 1v1. Because Smash is a serious game. Once the GameCube controllers come out, it's serious business now.
It's serious shit. It's
serious business.
People take their tops off in Smash tournaments. I've seen the clips I've seen the clips.
They are wonderful clips. They are wonderful
brilliant,
clips.
brilliant clips.
But with this, the game really pushed you to do 2v2. And the reason for that is every single character has team abilities. For example, I'm Finn. I'm an assassin class. If I high five, which is his like special attack, my teammate, they will get a small buff and also a little like explosion will happen around them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a support character, you can do healing. I know Shaggy. He can basically go Ultra Shaggy, which is basically him getting very angry.
I've seen that. I've seen a clip of that. Yeah.
If he gets fully charged up, you will also become Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
And it really does encourage you to work as a team, which I really like. It is surprisingly deep, and I'm going to play with an old friend once I'm done with this show, and I'm really looking forward to it. Like it's very rare that I have to turn off the console and think, oh damn it, but I had that last night playing Multiversus after a couple hours. It's such a good game. I'm really surprised.
It's getting rave reviews on the internet.
It is indeed. It broke records apparently.
Have you heard of the internet? Yeah, it's 9s out of 10s, 8s out of 10s.
I'm very curious to see what their future plan is. So they are the only new bit of content they released. So this is currently still in beta. This is still currently in an open beta.
Oh, okay.
They have released one map, and they reached that by having the community reach, I think it was 1 million knockouts, which is basically eliminating someone. And they reached that in a couple hours, I think it was. So this game is doing gangbusters. But I'm very curious to see what the future of this game is. If they keep adding modes, is the characters going to keep coming? How they're going to keep making money? It seems battle passes is the way, and I respect that. I'm not going to pay for it because I don't like battle passes, but I don't feel inclined to get a battle pass, which I really like. Every character has levels, so you can earn like more perks to make yourself more powerful, which then you can also learn other characters' perks. Like, it's really deep. I'll stop talking now because I'll go on for a while, but I was really shocked how good this game is. It's free to play.
Can I read out the list of characters? Would that be entertaining for people? I think it would. Right, here we go.
I mean, Stuart, just so you don't blank out, do you know any of the characters in this game? Because I would love to hear your genuine reaction of.
Yes, I know Looney Tunes characters.
Do you know who Arya Stark is?
I know who Arya Stark is out of Game of Thrones. I know
in
who Batman
the game.
I didn't actually, so there you go.
Batman,
I know
Bugs
who
Bunny,
Tasmanian Devil is.
Finn.
Bugs Bunny. I know nearly all of these.
Do you know who Garnet is?
Who's he from?
From Steven Universe, of course.
All right, okay.
We're a bit too old for that, aren't we, Jim?
Yeah,
I only know about Steven Universe because my niece made me watch it. Harley Quinn, we know Harley Quinn. The Iron Giant, is he massive? Antonio, the Iron Giant?
He is massive. He is massive. So yeah, he is gargantuan. Meanwhile, my character Finn is tiny. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen the film in years, but I'm pretty sure he was anti-fighting in that film. So that's a bit weird. But yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do? Jake from Adventure Time, LeBron James from Space Jam. Who's Rain Dog? Who's that?
Rain Dog is an original character for the game apparently, and so their ability. So as I mentioned, every character has a team ability. They basically tether you to. They basically he has a tether. So if you come against two people that have tethers, they just don't fall off the map a lot of the time. So if you go against two Rain Dogs online, prepare yourself because they're not going to die easy.
So Shaggy, Steven Universe, Superman, Taz, Tom and Jerry, Velma from Scooby-Doo, and Wonder Woman are the basic bitch characters. There are some Rick and
Velma
Morty.
Is very cute.
Rick and Morty apparently are coming in August.
Yeah. Indeed. As is who else is coming? Someone else is coming.
Joker is coming. Raven. I don't know who Raven is.
Is that from Teen Titans?
Sure.
I think that's
Gizmo from the Gremlins is going to be in it, Stu.
Oh,
How about that?
Cool.
That's
that
very
is cool. I might be interested.
I like that. Marvin the Martian from Looney Tunes. He's quite an old character.
That'd be great.
Johnny Bravo. The Hound from Game of Thrones is going to be in it.
The Hound. Awesome. That is pretty awesome.
The Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz is going to be in it.
Really? That's funny.
Ted Lasso is rumoured.
What the fuck is his attack gonna be?
Right, as that being really nice to everybody. Apparently, Scorpion is rumoured.
Like
Scorpion.
Okay, that's good.
Scorpion's on this list.
That is great to know.
Just
the
weird.
Powerpuff Girls are going to be one fighter apparently in this. Fred Flintstone is in this. Godzilla is on this list. I'm surprised. It's a formula really that like everybody's been chasing this Smash formula, haven't they, Antonio? And
Indeed,
no
indeed,
one's
yeah. And I've been following it quite
nailed
closely.
it. The problem that I suppose it sounds like to me. I only know what you've just told me, Antonio. It sounds like to me that this game is a hit so far, but it's a moving target, isn't it? I mean, we all remember Overwatch. Everybody loved it. Look at it now. It's fucked. So it's only as good as much as they support it. So
Exactly.
it really depends on what they do.
Two final very quick things. I played Velma briefly. She doesn't attack by kicking. She attacks by saying words, which is quite cute. And if you click down and prone on the ground, the screen goes blurry because she lost her glasses. That's very cute. And also, there's a mature setting in the settings to turn on swearing, which I thought was quite funny.
That is funny. That's fun. It does look cool. It just isn't my kind of game. I have played Smash Brothers a little bit back in the past, but
back in the past,
I didn't play a lot. I didn't play a lot of it.
No,
and that was with like Millie and a friend, you know, so it wasn't that difficult. You know what I mean? Didn't play anyone who knew what they were doing, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Like the way I track if a fighting game is doing well, if there are tutorials on how to play certain characters, and currently, there is quite a few content creators making like how to play as X characters, which I'm really enjoying seeing being created. So hopefully, next time I come on, whenever that might be, maybe next week, maybe 6 months time, I'll still be saying, yeah, this game's not bad. Time shall tell. Time shall tell. But for now, I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to hearing what Duke says next week about how he hated it or something.
Yeah. Good. Well, that sounds pretty cool, I've got to say, but not my thing. Even if it is free, you know, the price is right, but I just don't think it's for me. What about you, Chinny? Would you be interested in playing this?
Yeah.
I mean, you played stuff like, you played Street Fighter back in the day, so you do like fighting games, I guess.
I know. I played Smash a while ago. They're only as good as like who you play them with, and I haven't really got anyone to play it with. So you know,
it was a bit weird. Well, not used to your heavy breathing for no
Sorry,
reason, Chinny.
I just got emotional.
Thinking about that ball.
Yeah,
no, he's still thinking about his belly. His sore belly. That's
it's fading now. It's fading. It's going away. I'm drinking.
Must have been
water.
that big fart you did.
Fucking hell. That did relieve quite a bit.
Shall we together, Chinny, talk a little bit about Escape Academy, because we played a bit more
Escape
of this
Academy. Yep, fine.
Wow, that is not getting old at all.
No,
can I just say? Escape Academy. So we've started playing this game. And we started it a couple of weeks back, and then this week we had decided to play some more. And we did get quite a bit further, didn't we? We have played quite a few of the scenarios now within the game. What do you think, Chinny? I'll go to you first. What do you think?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Issue. I'm being honest with you. I don't really remember much about the game.
Wow. Really?
I forgot that we played it this week until you just mentioned it right now.
Funny. That is so funny.
So what did we do? Oh, we did the one with the water, didn't we? It was going up with the water.
We had to do the water, but we also had to do the graffitio thing, where we had to graffiti. We finally made that after about 3 goes, because we kept doing something weird, didn't we? What did we do? We kept doing something wrong. I can't remember what it was now. But it took us about 3 goes, didn't it, to complete that in the end. But we did it. So we had to stick our name on the board of honors before we were allowed to. We just graffitied it with a felt tip pen or whatever.
I don't remember anything.
So we did that. Then we did the raising the water. Went to the boiler room, and we had to solve like puzzles on 3 floors, didn't we, to get to the end of the level?
Yeah.
And we had to keep on solving different puzzles.
That water one was pretty good. I like that one.
That was pretty good, and I helped a little bit. I've got to say, Chinny is good at these games.
I am.
He is. I must admit, I did feel like I was slacking slightly, and sort of. Although I did solve a couple of the things.
You dropped out. That's why we couldn't do it. You dropped out, and I started making beats.
Right.
On my little.
I was there. Yeah, and you just.
I started making beats, right? And then I said to Stu, just message me when you're back.
Yeah.
And I forgot that we were playing it because I was so into making beats.
He was into doing his whatever he's doing on that tiddly little keyboard of his.
Yeah, it was great.
So my internet went off, didn't it? That's what, and I had to do all this weird, and I eventually reset the fucking extender thing, and then it worked. So we finally got back and finally did that, and then it was fine the rest of the night, wasn't it? We didn't. It didn't fail again, so it was.
I don't think we didn't attempt to play Power Wash Simulator, did we? We just played.
No, we just played this.
Escape.
So we played that level. We played the water one, which was pretty cool because you had to get a different password each floor until you got to the top, and that was pretty interesting how you got each one.
Rags.
And then the final level we played was the one where you had to break out the puzzle solver dude on the ship, which was pretty cool. You remember this? Have you forgotten this already, Chinny? So we were in like a lab with a computer, and there was there was a map on the wall.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
I'll tell you what though. Okay, yeah, it's coming back to me next year. I'm sorry. I had to fucking chase a bull in the middle of the night this week.
I know
like,
you did. I know.
I don't know what's going on.
For that.
So, yes. So I remember this one now. So this was quite interesting because this was like you're trying to solve a puzzle or a series of puzzles for somebody else in a different building. Or they was on a ship, wasn't they, in the middle of the ocean? And you've got a map of this ship, so you have to tell them where things are on certain floors, which way they've got to go, passwords that they've got to solve and things through monitors. So you can sort of see the CCTV of this ship, and you and your Escape Academy partner is trying to help the person go through the ship by solving puzzles. So it was very creative, very different, and it was a bit of a change of pace. But I think this is the closest Stu and I have ever come to falling out because, like, the reason being, I remember why now. The reason being is because I am really good at these games, aren't I? I just remembered.
You are pretty good.
I'm really good. So I don't want to tip my own horn, but damn, I am pretty good.
Toot it, man, toot.
I haven't got a horn sound effect on here, I don't think. But so the reason why we got really agitated was because
I think I vaguely remember this.
We I do have a horn. I do.
Yeah, that is a horn.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it.
Yeah. So.
And now you're echoing.
I'm echoing now.
Yeah.
What about now?
No,
you're not.
Jesus Christ! Stop playing with that fucking sound effect board or whatever it is you got built in there.
You're not listening.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
You didn't hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, we heard.
I did indeed hear that. Yeah.
Am I echoing now?
We did hear it.
You're not echoing. You're right. You were in a time
Get to the point, man.
All right.
Right.
Hold on, someone's at the door.
I will fall out of you now.
Okay, so
God.
we were arguing about because we could see this map, couldn't we? We could see a map on the wall, and we were talking about this map and basically where Stu.
I knew where it was.
Stu was like, "It's here," and he was pointing with his cursor in the game. And I said, and I noticed this before. I noticed when you're picking like the map of what level to choose, because the level selection is kind of like a map in itself, Antonio. Just so you know, right?
Okay.
And he was saying, I noticed him pointing at something in that map, going, "We can either do this one or this one," and his cursor was nowhere near them. So I just sort of assumed, like, oh, obviously the cursor seems to be wrong, but I figured it out after a couple of like looks at the map and stuff. But I never really told Stu about it.
So I didn't even know.
I'd already figured out.
He was seeing it.
I had already figured out that the pointer was not reliable, right? So then, I was like, okay, fine. And then it came to this, like, she was like, I think it's here, and I had to really shout at Stu. I said, Stu,
you did,
like,
you did.
And so I explained the situation. I said, Stu, your cursor isn't representing where it actually is to you, and this blew Stu's mind. And he was like, but it's there, and Stu wouldn't let go. As anybody who listens to the show regular, he didn't quite grasp what I was saying, and he was like,
understand that he couldn't see where my arrow
but like
was
my cursor's
on my
there,
screen.
my cursor, it's there, and I'm like, where? And it took me fucking ages to say it clearly because I was getting angry. Stu, your cursor is pointing at something different for me. That's basically all I meant, right? But I was like getting angry, and I was like, Stu, you fucking, blah 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 blah. And it took a while, so I put the actual level on the stream now.
Yeah, it is cool. I've got to say.
And we were like, da, 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 and that's the closest I think I've ever really gone to losing my temper with Stu. Like, Stu, I'm trying to. This is what it is, right? I'm quite good at these games. We might have established that already.
Yes,
yeah.
Although it was me who knew where that was, you didn't. Just couldn't show you.
That's what I think of you. So,
to be fair, can I just say that wasn't my fault because I didn't understand you couldn't see my cursor and where it was on the map. I just assumed you could see it. So.
yes. So because I'm working out. This is going to sound like a brag now, Stu. So nothing. don't sound offended, right?
Okay.
But what's frustrating? This is what's frustrating about this game is like I've worked out a puzzle, right? I've gone right. I've got it.
Boom.
Right. Stu hasn't got it. No fault of his own. You know, he's just not figured it out yet.
Slower. I'm old and slower.
So I have to then articulate how to solve the puzzle in words, because when you think about no, I said that carefully, right? Because when you figure out a puzzle, you don't figure it out in words, do you? You know when you figure something out,
visual.
You figure it out. You know, it's not you just explaining it to yourself. You go click, right? It's a wonderful moment, right? It's brilliant, but there I have to translate that into words, which doesn't always. I'm not the best at speaking, which is great for me to do a podcast for 14 years, but like. I'm not the best at speaking. I'm not as good speaking person, right? So for me to sort of explain it to Stu, I'm like, but it's just this, and I was getting impatient, and it was hard, and yeah, that was and then you've got the timer pressure on you, and So yeah, so Stu, I apologise. For getting angry at you.
Don't worry, I don't take it personally.
But this is
I
what
didn't even know you were angry.
But I have got a sound clip to kind of just formalise my apology. Okay,
that's fine.
Is that all right?
That's fine. Yeah.
With all that in mind, is it a good couples game? May I ask? With all that in mind, is it a good couples game? I saw you guys playing it, and I thought me and Jess could play this.
It'd be a good test of your relationship.
It could be.
Have you heard of a game called Kiwi?
Yes. Yeah, we talked about this last time you were on the show. You did talk about it with the post. Post office. We
survived that. So I believe we could survive it. There might be a few temper tantrums. I might go to bed with, a black eye somewhere, but I think it'll be okay.
It's good. I mean, this game is good. It's what I kind of liked a lot about it is a lot of the puzzles are quite different to each other, so it's not just there are some of the stuff's been repeated, like they're getting the code for a lock and stuff like that, but it does chuck in some more like unique stuff at the same time, so it's not just regurgitating the same puzzles in different ways.
Okay,
so cool. Yeah, and it's cool. And like I say, the level like design is good as well, because there's lots of different ways. Like this ship thing was kind of fun to do because it's like, oh, we're actually rescuing someone here. It's not just get out of the room.
I think when you're in a relationship with someone, Antonio, that relationship will be tested by many things. Moving, holidays, having a child, whatever. All these things are going to test that relationship. A good way to kind of like, let's just see how this is going to shape up is play one of these video games, because then I feel like if you're in a relationship and you can solve a problem together, then you're in a good run. You're in a good run. But it's good. It is good, Stu. I do like this game. But I feel like after 2 hours, me and you were done with it for that night, wasn't we? We were like,
oh, okay. yeah. We'd had more than enough. I think.
Yeah, more than enough.
I feel like this is a game you're sort of playing small doses.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Play like levels.
Escape Academy is a great escape for only 2 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? You got it? Huh?
Yeah, I get it.
Are we in the room?
Yeah, we are.
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
It's a long sound effect, isn't it?
It's like bad Duke. This is like Duke on an off night.
Oh my god, it's still going. Oh, you press it to stop. Right, okay.
Wow.
Got it.
Oh my god, when's Duke coming back? Duke, please come back.
Okay.
Chinny's doing really bad sound effects. Help! So I guess. Wow, I guess. Have you got anything individual, Chinny, that you want to talk about? We'll go to use a more individual game.
I've got Horizon Zero Dawn. I played it.
Oh yeah, you started this, haven't you?
Did I talk about this last week? I can't remember.
You did. You just started playing it.
Yeah, Robot Dinosaurs. So I played a bit more of it. It's God, it loves itself, doesn't it? This game, I think. It sort of talks a lot. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of yappa, Shanice. Like a rat. Do you know what I mean?
Like a rat.
Like a rat.
A lot of yappa.
A yappa,
Yeah, it
yappa.
does go on a bit, I must admit.
And it's like, oh, the fucking Oldens and all this and fucking boring hell. But I did write some notes down, so let me just.
Gotta save the dinosaurs.
Is that what they say? Is that what happens
No.
in the game?
No,
They
I
say
don't think
them?
so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Are you playing it? Are you, when you're playing it, are you thinking like Dr. Euphoria? Are you then, Chinny, when they're talking a lot? Yappa.
Yeah. Who's Doctor? Is that guy?
That is the. I thought you'd have seen it. Okay, sorry.
I've seen the clip. But I don't know who he is.
Oh, is it a TikTok clip? Is it?
Shanice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it is then. Okay. No, it's a YouTube series. It's the dude who made Big Shack. He's like a YouTube.
Oh, is it
series.
him?
That's
Is it
where
the same guy? Is it?
Yeah. It was birthed. It's called
I just
Somewhere in
know the
London.
clip. It
Someone
just
wants
goes,
to
"You're
watch it.
he's moving like a rat. Yappa.
Yeah.
I say it to Tara a lot. She loves it. So I've wrote down notes on paper.
I'm
I'll
impressed.
have you know.
On actual real
On
paper.
actual fucking paper. All right. So I've got some good things to say. I'll say this. I'll say this again. On fucking paper. Right. So, there was a thing where I started a quest where you got to clear out an area. You get an area. There's
Yeah.
this camp, and the game goes, get rid of them. Get rid of them. And there's loads of those around the map. Okay, right. I get rid of one, and then the guy who told me to get rid of it, I didn't see him, but he's on the other side of it. So I'd already killed everyone, and he says, "Are you ready to go in?" I'm like, "Mate, I'm done." You know what I mean? I'm going home. And he's like, "Yeah, let's go in, let's do it." And then the mission ended straight away because I'd already done it. And he was like, I talked to him again immediately, and he was like, "That was tough. Good job." I'm like, You didn't do anything, you prick." So I told him to fuck right off. What I like about this game is that you have to learn how to fight each enemy. That's the note that I wrote down. Because each dinosaur... Have you played this game, Antonio?
Twice for like an hour at a time. I could not do it.
Could not do it.
Yeah,
it's a
I
game
didn't
of
like
skill.
it
I understand.
either.
It's not got
I
any,
didn't like it.
weeble stuff in it, so it's fine. But like you played it, Stu. You
I
didn't
have.
like it.
I played quite a lot of it, to be fair, and then I got to a bit where I had to try and get into this town, and I just got killed over and over again. And it wasn't even by dinosaurs; it was by like villages
Blokes.
or townies or
Blokes.
whatever. And I was like, "For fuck's sake!" And I got killed that many times. Like, "Fuck this game, I'm done."
So each dinosaur that you get introduced to has a sort of different style of fighting. I came across this new dinosaur, and he can turn invisible, and he keeps his distance. He doesn't like to get close to you. He's always fucking, "Hey, stay away," and he turns invisible, and then he shoots some stuff at you, and that creates a different dynamic of how to fight this particular dinosaur. And then another dinosaur, some dinosaurs are just massive pussies and they just run away, and then some of them will charge you. The Seekers, I think they're kind of like raptors. They look like raptor dinosaurs. And then you get the, like, I think they're called like Sawtooth.
I can get my missus if you want. She adores this game.
Well, there you go.
She can tell you. She can tell you all the stuff you need to know.
So there's like a Sawtooth dinosaur or something like that. We're talking about Horizon Zero Dawn, folks. And the Sawtooth is just like this fucking beast of a dinosaur. And this game, Stu, to your credit, where you're saying like, "Oh, you were really struggling with it," it's really difficult. Well, not really. It's not Souls-like, but it's tough. It's a tough game.
Hard. I don't think it's quite Souls-like, but it's not far off in some.
It's
like
tough.
Some places.
It's a tough game.
I did like a little boss fight in like a quarry thing. You know, it was in this like more like an enclosed area.
Right.
And fuck me, that was hard. I managed to kill the bloody thing, but it took me quite a few goes, and it was like it kept charging you and stuff, and it was like a bit like a big bull or something. But yeah, I struggled. I did struggle.
Well, I'm getting there now. Because the game just gives you a bunch of tools. The bow and arrow that you start with. I mean, by chance I just bought this slingshot that like fires these massive bombs, and that's like the fucking best thing that I bought. Like, it's brilliant, and it absolutely obliterates the dinosaurs. But the game doesn't actually tell you to buy it. It doesn't say good time to buy this thing. So the actual bow and arrow that you start with is pretty shit, to be fair. But you get like these ropes that tie the dinosaur down. You get these like trip mines and all sorts of stuff. So you use it's sometimes in these games where you've got a lot of gadgets and extra shit. I don't use them very often. But with Horizon Zero Dawn, because it's so difficult, you end up just using like you're like, what have I got left? I don't know how to fucking take this thing down. What have I got left? And you just use like, okay, I got a trap here, like, and then what you start to do then is learn that actually, if I set all these traps up before I even start fighting these bastards, they're gonna.
Yeah, I had to. There was
kick
one
off.
bit, and I don't know whether you've got as far as this, but there's a bit where I had to defend a town or something, and that was sort of like that. You had time to sort of set everything up.
No,
before
I don't think I've got that far now.
And it was almost like a bit of a horde mode, and all these dinosaurs just keep appearing from nowhere.
The game feels big, and the common problem that I've come across with this game is that it's big and it's a lot, and it just becomes kind of like very tedious after a while. So we'll see if that's the case. But I
feel like it's this bit on screen now. To be fair, this looks like the bit or the place.
To me, like, oh yeah, I know where you got to. That's really early on, actually, Stu.
Yeah, I didn't get, like I say, I didn't get massively far into it.
But I love the roll. There's a good roll in this, and there's an upgrade for the roll where you can roll further. It's very, very good. And the sound design is very good. When you shoot, there's like these tubes on the back of these dinosaurs, and when you shoot one of them off, there's this really satisfying sound of it, like sort of emptying out. It's very hard to describe. I can't have a clip of it, but it's just
like something
brilliant.
with like loads of ball bearings in or something.
No, it's like kind of like it's like this kind of weird vacuum of. Like, it just goes like that. It's sort of this weird sound.
Okay.
And it's amazing. And when I get it, I'm like, oh, yes, I knocked this fucking thing off. It's brilliant. And I love the sound. I love the way that the robot dinosaurs sound. I think they just call them machines in the game. I love the way the machines sound.
Have you done the version of the towers out of every Ubisoft game ever made?
So there's a tower which is basically a big walking dinosaur with a big plate.
With a big
it's got a
saucer on its head.
It's got a big plate on his head. I've done one of those. I think that's interesting. It's cool when you see one for the first time. You're like, oh, "Fuck, have I got to kill that thing? Like, what do I do?" But then you find out that it's just a big tower that you've got to climb, which isn't very interesting. I was quite disappointed with that, really. But nevertheless, I still like it. I'm still playing it, and I still continue to play it until it's done. So that's Horizon Zero Dawn. 5-year-old game. Welcome to the Veteran Gamers. Goodbye.
Brilliant. Right. Okay, Antonio, back over to you.
Wonderful. Let's talk about a franchise and a company I really don't care about, but I'm loving this game. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this game. I've obviously not played it, but I've
heard a lot of good things about this game.
Good things.
And it deserves it. I didn't play it for two reasons. The last Marvel game I played at EGX and thought it was not the best, which was Avengers. And I'm not a Marvel guy. I used to read comics, but I don't follow the current lexicon. I don't really care. And that actually gave this game quite a lot of negative publicity from quite a few fans of Marvel because it's not following the movies at all. It's very based on the comic books. They don't look like the on-screen characters. And it is a very self-contained story. I know very little about these characters, and there are mentions of things in the story of like this person or this person, this planet or this dimension. It means nothing to me, but it's really fun. And part of the reason I'm playing this is because I heard it's a non-open world, quite straightforward linear narrative game. And that is exactly what I wanted. Like, I started playing recently Ghost of Tsushima on the PS5, and it is a great game, but I'm burnt the heck out of open world games. I need something linear, need something simple, need something where I turn on and know what I'm doing.
My argument against that, Antonio, which is it's a valid point, like especially Ghost of Tsushima, it's very, there's a lot in the world that is just kind of wishy-washy or pretty soft because it's like, let's write a haiku and let's follow this fox down this fucking hill or whatever. I get it, right? However, what's stopping you from just like beasting all the quests and just getting out of it and just
I don't really want to go through an open world, really. I'm kind of tired at the moment of going from mission to mission in an open world. I kind of just
I'm
want to be
with you, man.
taken
I
on
am
the
with
ride
you.
for a story. I love open world games. Do not get me wrong. But for now, I just want to step away, turn on a game, and either enjoy a story or just revel in the gameplay. And by the way, Ghost of Tsushima has great gameplay. I love the combat in the game so
Great.
much.
So good.
The combat in this game, to go on to the actual game, is extremely linear in the fact that the progression tree is very minuscule. So every character has 4 abilities in total. So there's 20 abilities in total to unlock. Oh, sorry, 25 actually. There's 5 characters unlocked over the entirety of the game. And I'm earning them pretty quickly. So I don't think it is that long either. But it's just extremely well crafted. It's beautiful to look at. I'm playing on the Series X, but it's mainly down just to the art design. It's just really visually pleasing to look at.
Mhm.
The story, I couldn't tell you much about it really because I'm enjoying the ride more than enjoying the story, if you catch my drift. I'm enjoying the witty dialogue between the characters. It
Yeah.
is extremely well written, extremely well acted.
Have you seen the Guardian of the Galaxy films?
No, I've read some of the comics, but I used to read a
Yeah,
lot of
I really
comics.
I think these are really. I mean, I know they've been doing well in more recent years, but I feel like they're really overlooked characters within the Marvel universe because I really like them. I think they're funny,
Mhm.
and they're all
Um,
really cool characters.
if this is the same kind of vein as they are on screen, then yeah, I think you'll enjoy the witty dialogue
Yeah,
and all the conversations here. So you play as Star-Lord, who is a human amongst these alien creatures, and it is only from his perspective in the sense that you only play as him. So
yeah,
you are the leader of the crew. This is news to me. Okay, but you're the leader, and you don't actually play as any of the other characters. You command them, and I really enjoy this. So on at least on Xbox, you hold LB and you get to pick one of the 4 characters. So let's say Groot, and then you pick the abilities that he has, and that makes combat really, really smooth. So I'll be focusing on myself, doing my abilities. So Star-Lord has 2 guns; he can jump around with jet boots. Meanwhile, I can use everyone else's powers and abilities to either set myself up or to use things in the environment, such as picking up a big rock and throwing it at people. The combat is not deep in any way, but it's so fast paced, so fun. Just like the actual ride of the game, it's just really, really fun. I'm really enjoying
yeah.
it. Every time I turn off, again, I'm like, I want to keep playing though. And especially with quick resume on the Xbox, I can just stop wherever I want and then load back in straight away. I'm really enjoying this game. The story is not for me because I'm not massive into sci-fi or these characters, but I'm just enjoying the journey,
Yeah.
and that's more than
Can I
worth it
just say,
for me.
actually, the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, that was a Telltale
It's
game, wasn't there?
so fucking funny. Laugh. I played that game, and I don't think I've belly laughed since playing any game since. It was just funny. There was
When did
some of
that come
the
out?
dialogue, some of the scenes that occurred during the game. It's
Hmm.
one of, I mean, post sort of the Walking Dead games. I feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy game that they made is probably one of the better ones that they made after that. You know what I mean? That was the same sort of quality and just so well written. Such a great
That
game.
was
Great voice acting. So good.
that was 2017. I completely forgot that even existed. They pumped out
Yeah.
so many games before they died
Yeah,
and
they
then got
did. They
resurrected.
did. If you ever get the chance to play it, if it's, I don't know whether that's because some of them aren't available anymore, but if that's available and you see it cheap, I totally recommend it. It's such a good game.
Let's have a look. I'm curious if it's still existing. Oh, that's not looking positive. No, no,
Yeah, I was
it's
going to
gone.
say, so a lot of the back catalogue just isn't available anymore.
Yeah, it's abandoned way now, sadly.
Yeah, so good though.
Back
So
to
good.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, the progression tree is very limited. Like you can upgrade your main character, Star Lord, and his guns and like little abilities, but it's not hard at all. That kind of helps it in a way. You're just kind of it is basically playing through a television series or something, but having more interaction. Um, Even more to the Telltale link, you do make choices. You side with certain people. You have certain relationships, which, so example, Rocket, who is not a raccoon, he doesn't like me very much right now because I'm siding with other characters more than him, and that has had an impact in the story. Um, I'm really enjoying this. I would not have played this if it weren't for Game Pass. I would have completely ignored this game and never played it in my life. And I'm really, really enjoying it. I recommend it highly. Even if you don't care about Marvel, it's just a simple, enjoyable ride, really. I was about to say turn your brain off, but that's kind of an insult, I'd say. I am taking everything in, but not deep. If you catch my drift,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just enjoying it.
it's not like a serious story. It's just kind of fun. I do think this is something I'd like, to be honest, but I've just got too much other stuff to play at the moment. That's the problem. There's always something else, isn't there,
Oh,
to be played. So yeah, no, it does look pretty good. I will give this a go.
You're too good for it, Shoes. That's what I mean.
I'm too fucking good. I'm too good for this game. I am too good
It is
for
on
this
the
game.
Game Pass, like I said. So if you ever do want to give it even just half an hour, just to wet your whistle,
Yeah.
see what you think of it, go for it.
I think I would like it. I do. I don't think I'll have. There's any reason I shouldn't. Right, I'm gonna talk now about As Dusk Falls. I haven't finished it yet, Chinny, so don't get too excited.
Bloody hell!
I know, but it's a bit weird for me at the moment. I don't want to speak too long because I don't want to get in trouble. But
you hate your wife. I understand.
Kay's now on holiday from work for 6 weeks because she does like teacher hours.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
she's part timer basically. Yeah.
She's part time. No, she isn't actually. Well,
these teachers, Stu,
Not
they're like,
really.
I've got exams tomorrow.
Well, she's not a teacher.
I work harder than
Just
everybody else.
clarify.
Yappa.
She works for the civil service, but obviously did term time for Millie when she was younger. But the hours that she did aren't available anymore, so she's still doing term time, even though Millie's now 20. She's a bit weird, but anyway, so she's off at the moment.
So I drifted off there. That was boring. So carry on. Why are you not playing As Dusk Falls?
When I'm on days off now, we do stuff rather than me being able to just sit there and play.
Why
games
can't
while
you
she's
just
upstairs?
Secretly hate your wife like everybody else?
So I do have time in the morning to play a little bit, but just not the same amount as I was. I can't sit there all day.
My trick is stay up late, mate. That's my trick.
Does she not?
Yeah, no, but I can't do late nights.
Does she not?
I understand.
Do anything without you?
No, but we can have days out and stuff on my days off. You know, we can do stuff. Anyway,
what do you do all day with her? Like, I don't know what to do.
After we've been out twice this week. We went to Southport one day, then went to Lytham another day. You know, we're just going out.
Have you been outside? It's awful.
I know, it's terrible, especially when it's sun shining.
Terrible place.
It's the sunshine in Scotland, not a chance, mate. It's been pissing it down.
No, it's been sunny down here. Anyway,
you made your bed.
That isn't as Dusk Falls, is it? So let's talk a little bit.
Dusk Falls. Where are you? So shall we do spoiler announcements or not? Or
I'm not going to talk.
Okay, no spoilers because we're going to do a spoiler cast, aren't we?
That's what we're going to do. Spoiler cast.
We're going to do a spoiler cast. I'll forget it by then.
I'm back. I am now in between present day. I'm back in the day.
That happens 15 times in that game.
Yeah, I know it does. So stuff has happened. You know,
fucking
stuff
hell.
has
Give me something.
gone on. I know. I'm trying to think now. What's a good thing? What was the last
stuff
thing
has
happened?
happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit went down.
Graphics are on screen.
I'm just beyond where you play as a kid looking for a cabin or a fort, as he calls it, and then some other shit happens after that.
You play as a kid looking for a cabin,
for a fort. But I don't know whether this happens in everybody's story.
Yeah.
So that's all happened. Then I've looked for a fort.
Rags.
And then you have to make a decision whether you disclose information or not.
Say less.
So I'm trying to say stuff without spoiling it. So you have to disclose some information that might be relevant to the story later, which I'm guessing it probably is. And I'm at a point where some people are making some shit decisions about your future. So they're making some decisions and they don't think you can hear them, but you can hear them because you're not asleep when they think you're asleep.
Correct.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I know where you are. You're not too far.
No, I don't think I am. It's bloody good, and I've had some. I must be making some really weird decisions because I've had now about 4 or 5 rare achievements. This is a rare achievement. Only 5% of other players have got this one.
I think just no one plays it. That's why.
Maybe that is the case. I don't know. But it seems to relate to being nice. So I make decisions that seem like a nice decision. I tend to get this rare achievement. So I don't know. They go blue. It's actually cool when you get one of the diamond achievements. It makes a different kind of noise, doesn't it? It goes blue.
Thanks, mate.
There it goes. You've won a cool achievement. I mean, what do you finished this now, haven't you, Chinny? So you've finished it
because I'm dedicated to the show. I'm not like this fucking part time. Do you know what I mean?
So what's your overall impression then? You finished the game. What's your review noise for the whole game?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
Oh.
I've never really struggled to come up with a review noise.
Oh.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's gonna be like this.
Here
It's
we
gonna be here we go.
Okay. Oh,
It's very complex.
it is quite a complex noise.
Complex.
Though.
Let me
There's,
let me
there's a
talk
bit
you
of up
through
and
it. Let me
down
talk you
and
through
then
it.
Up and then down.
So
Yeah,
the
go on.
start of it is like not another one of these fucking games, right? That's the start of the review.
Yeah,
note.
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I was quite impressed. Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Coming to the end, oh, this is really good. Then right at the end, it's like a, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Is that
Not
good or bad?
disappointment. It's not
Right.
like, oh, fucking, or like, it's just kind of like, oh. Like, what I'll say is, yes, I finished the game. It's almost like it ended a bit quicker than it should have. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's teased something else, right? It's not like end of book and that's everything answered. So it's very much, it feels like an episode of a TV show had finished. And
Like a
you're
series, like the first season of a TV show. do you
No,
mean,
no,
that
no.
sort of
Like
thing?
say there's 6 episodes in a season, right?
Yeah.
This feels like it finished at 4,
Ah, weird.
and you're like,
Do you think that's just because of decisions you made and the ending you got as a result of that?
no, because you'll get the same thing happen at the end.
Oh, okay. Because I've forgotten about another bit I've done. I've met somebody who like a school dropout. So I met her.
Yeah.
and it
Say less.
fuck- And it fucked
You
me
having fun then,
over.
mate?
Uh-huh.
You having fun there?
Say less.
No doubt.
It fucked me over because it did that thing where, can you remember what you saw 5 minutes ago? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, so I'm like, the first time it did that in the game, well, no, the first time it does it with the stars, doesn't it? That's like the tutorial, isn't it? Like whatever, like the stars on the bag. Remember, like she's like, how
Oh,
many
yes,
stars
yes,
on
I
the
got
bag?
that right. I did
And
that.
my answer was fuck you.
Yeah, I got that right.
And then the other one that pops up is
Well,
like,
there's one that's quite soon, and you
Yeah.
know you've got to remember.
yeah, look, it's like there's a 4-number
It's
passcode,
obvious.
and I wrote it down straight away. I was like, right, whatever. But the
Yeah.
the other one, I can't remember what it was now. It was like, oh, it's a school, wasn't it? It was
It
like
is a school. What
it's
school
like,
did
what
you go?
school
And I'm
did you go
like,
to?
oh.
And I'm like,
now we're telling people who are
fuck.
going to play this what they need to remember now. to
Yeah,
be
so if
fair.
anybody
I
mentions
won't
school,
remember any of this. It's fine.
yeah, make note of it. And I didn't remember it, but it doesn't.
No,
really
I
matter.
didn't.
It doesn't really
I
matter.
got it wrong.
It doesn't really matter.
It
Doesn't matter.
doesn't. But I was
No,
like, fuck.
I'm getting mad deja vu right now.
I'll tell you what. Can I just say as well? I'm assuming you played on the controller.
Oh
as
my
well.
god, I'm getting so much deja vu that the fact that Stu just ignored that I got deja vu also gave me deja vu.
There you go.
Have you ever used them and done the opposite to make sure something bad doesn't happen? Because I've had bad deja vus and then instantly done something else to make sure that doesn't happen again. If you catch my drift.
What can I do?
Can't say as I've ever had that.
I'll make a paper airplane. That
Yeah.
wasn't in my fucking deja vu, bitch.
There you go then.
Fuck you,
Weird.
Matrix.
Because I've had that. I've had deja vus that I've had like I thought of that like 9-10 years ago. I think, oh god, this, and sometimes they're bad, so I have to make sure. Okay, so what happened in that? Okay, need to make sure that doesn't happen. So
Honestly,
yeah.
you two are weirdos.
I'm a weirdo.
Well, it's a 2-1 majority here, so I don't know if we're the
There's
weird
deja
ones.
You're telling
vu
me you've
weird
never had
shit.
deja vu?
No, not
Fuck
really.
off.
I've never done something. I thought, oh, I've already done this. No, I've never done
Fuck
that.
off.
No, I haven't. I'm telling
That's
you now, I
maybe
haven't.
my
You're
opinion.
just this typical fucking northern vegan food.
I
What the
can't
fuck
look,
is that
I can't
kind of
help it,
guy?
I've
Yeah.
done some weird
Do you know what I
shit you
mean?
two have done.
Transgender? What's that about? Like,
Fuck.
come on, Stu, get with it.
Jesus Christ, I have not done.
I don't know.
weird
That's
shit.
mental to me. I can't lie.
I can't believe you've never gone, fucking hell, I'm getting a bit of deja vu. You've never done
No.
that?
No, I've never done anything where I thought, oh, I've already done this now,
Fucking weird.
or said this or any of that bullshit.
We're the weirdo.
Yeah, it's just fucking.
You've
you
never
two
had
are
deja vu?
weirdos.
Fuck off.
You probably believe in fucking
Listen,
astrology
send in
and all
your
that
deja
shit.
vu
Ooh,
stories,
what's my-
No, I
what's
don't
my-
believe it. I
what's
don't
my
believe
star
in.
sign say for today?
No, I don't believe in star signs. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in fucking any bullshit like that. It's all
Ooh,
science,
look
science,
at
science.
UFO flying
But it's
over.
but obviously no, Stu. What's going on is I'm not thinking I've been here before. What's probably happening is sort of like I know I've been in a very similar situation. And my brain's sort of like remembering it, but it feels similar, but it doesn't fill the gap, so it's kind of similar. Or I don't know. It's just it's this weird feeling that you get of like, I feel like I've done this before. Well, to be fair, sitting on this desk talking to you and Antonio isn't a fucking stretch, is it? Really? Like,
No,
it's
it
not like,
isn't.
you know.
No.
So just calm you fuck down. I don't believe
Anyway.
fucking where the stars are and da 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 da. I don't want that labelled on me, Stu. You never see animal
Yeah.
ghosts, do you? You never see animal ghosts.
Some people do.
You fucking don't. I've never heard them.
Yeah, some people have seen the dogs and shit.
No.
Anyway,
No, never heard 'em.
anyway, what I was going to say is, and I don't know whether you feel the same.
Go on. As Dusk
assuming-
Falls, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm assuming you played
Well,
on
they're
the
on Games
you played on the controller.
I did, yes.
Oh my god, where you have to fucking mash the fucking analog
That's the
stick
worst
in.
one. That's the.
Oh, the amount of times to be fair, I haven't failed that
You
many
had to
times.
mash the analog stick in.
Oh. Yeah, you have to click it, don't you?
No, you press A.
No, there's one that comes up
Yes.
and it shows the analog stick having to press.
No, you just press A.
Well, I've been fucking pressing. Why does it show a different bloody symbol for it then?
It doesn't say A. I just press A.
Oh right, well,
Because in the tutorial, it says when it says mash, press a fucking button. Doesn't matter what button it is, just press one.
Well, he shows one with A and then the analog stick.
That's insane.
It does show that. It does show that on screen
Stu,
when you have to
I
do it.
guarantee that I've
No,
not
I'm
done
not arguing that
that
it doesn't work.
stupid shit that you've been doing.
I'm not arguing that it doesn't work, but it does.
I don't want to
that.
say you're bad at video games, but you. This is a game where you.
But
barely,
it does it when you mash
you-
it in. It actually does it. Can I just
you-
tell you that? It does
No,
do
no,
it,
it's
but it
just a
takes more
circle
time.
that indicates how much you've been mashing A.
It isn't because if you click
chime
it,
in,
it
I
does,
bloody
it
hate
does
those
fill it
things.
up. Just believe me when I tell you, it fills up when you click the.
I know
analog
it
stick
fills
in
up when
and
you click it. When you click A, it fills up when you click A. It's
out.
just
Well,
a
I'll do
circle.
that
It's
from-
just a
I'll do that
circle
from-
representing something being
So
mashed.
any button you like, is it? Anything you like?
Correct. I think
So
it's
if I
just.
press
I
B
think,
when it's an A, that won't work. I'm guessing.
I don't know. It doesn't say A. It never says A.
Yeah, there is. Honestly to God, right? There is one with a letter A, and then there's one that's just a circle like the analog stick.
Well, I've
And
never
why on earth
mashed.
would I just not mash
The
it?
only actions that I've done on Dusk Falls is the circle with the analog stick, swiping with the analog stick. Also, it doesn't matter which analog stick you use, and mashing the A button quite a lot.
Yeah, but there is a clicky one for the. It shows it
Clicking-
as an analog stick.
No, that's
Click it.
insane. That I've never done that in the whole
Well,
game.
don't not believe me, but it's honestly the.
I'm not
God's
saying that it
truth.
didn't work for you. What I'm saying is
It's
you're
coming up
doing
for
it
me.
wrong.
I don't know. It works.
Press A next time, you
I
fucking
will
madhead.
do. All right, and it'll probably change
Jesus.
to an A. Who knows? But that's just the game design because it shows it as an analog stick.
Well,
so
I
that's
didn't
what
fucking
I
see it
assume.
like that, did I?
Well, I don't fucking know. You probably just get mashing A. I don't know.
Getting deja vu right now.
Especially when it's like the three, because there'll be three, right? One will be a swipe, one will be button A, and one will be an analog stick.
Jesus, it makes me
That's
want
what
to.
I've had.
I'm gonna.
I'll just keep look. I fucking. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a fucking video when I'm playing it next, and I will send it to you on WhatsApp and show
You play
you.
Multiversus.
You're
Yeah.
as bad as Duke. You just won't take me word for it, even though I'm telling you. You're like, no, you do. That's not what you do. Press A. Just take my
Having the
word for it.
soundboard really does give you a power trip, doesn't it? Like you and you can just block
Oh,
out
yeah,
whatever we're
that's what they
saying.
are. So if you don't like what they're hearing, you just play sound clips.
So yeah, I believe
Anyway,
you,
I
Stu.
like
I
it.
believe you did that. I believe that you are stupid enough to do that. And what I'm telling you is you're playing it wrong.
Thanks for that.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. So as Dusk
once
Falls.
you get used, once you get used to the way it looks and everything, it's fine. It does take a little bit to get your head around the way. It's
What I think about the art style, by the way, because the art style is the standout thing about As Dusk Falls, isn't it? It's like, oh my god, it looks so cool. What
Yeah,
I
how is
think,
it like playing an entire game in that style? Because in it, like, I don't know, I was on the fence about it. I do want to play this, but I'm on the fence about that.
so
It's
the
fine.
only thing that I think this game falls apart with that art style is when the action is quick.
Mm.
So when it's quick action, it doesn't read as well.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a scene where the police burst into this motel and like shoot, and
Mhm.
it's fine. Like you sort of follow it, but it's you know it's still frame animation basically. So it's pretty. It really starts to kind of like this is not doesn't look great there. But apart from
Mhm.
that, in terms of reading people's characters, their facial expressions, and none of it moves. It's just still image, stop motion. So it's that's pretty good. All the talking scenes and stuff. Because I imagine they redrew or put a filter over real actors, and then maybe they might have took like 10 different pictures for one emotion. It's like, we want you to kind of look sad here, and they could take like 10 different degrees of sadness, like 1 being not that sad to 10 being really sad, and they could just sort of pick the best one. So it's a really nice way of like getting what they want. But like, it's the action scenes, man. There's a few action scenes in the game where it's like, there's one where you're running up a cliff and stuff, and it's wobbly. It's really wobbly. But apart from that, I think it's a minor criticism of a pretty decent game. A game that I don't typically like very much. I don't really like these times. Life is Strange, I think, is woke bollocks. Basically, I just don't like. It's okay, but like, I don't know. It just sort of it's not for me. I just accept that it's not for me. My niece Madeline, she loved it, and I just was like, nah, I don't like it. I'm not into it at all. It's not my thing. But as Dusk Falls, I was like, oh, this is all right. I'd play another one of those. You know what I mean?
It's good. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to trying its co-op thing, because I think it's that thing where you on the phone pick different things, isn't it? Because I played a game like that, which was Hidden Agenda, I think it was called. It was there was that weird period where PlayStation wanted you to play with your phone. They released like 10 games where you control it with your phone.
Yeah.
And from the look of it, it looks like that. Like, I'm very curious to try that.
Yeah, this would be a good game to play with your partner, because like you could have, well, like, I think the character should do this, and then I think it'd be a good game to play with. Even like,
and you don't have to be a gamer, do you, to play this? That's the thing. It's not a gamer game.
No.
Because one person can control the quick time events and all that bullshit, and the other person can just help choose.
It'd be interesting. We've got somebody in our family who is my brother-in-law's girlfriend, who she lovely woman. She's a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to technology. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she didn't know what cloud gaming was. Not cloud gaming, cloud storage. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Oh, you should." Her hard drive was on the brink of not working, so I introduced her to like cloud storage, and it blew her mind. She was like, "Oh my god!" So basically, I'm now her tech guy. I'm the family tech guy, right?
Oh, you see that?
So that's what I am. But I can't do real work, like putting up shelves and stuff. So that's fine. So, the movies that she likes, it has to be factual. Do you know what I mean? So like,
that's like K to an extent.
Yeah. So. I mean,
I love that.
I'll watch like Back to the Future, but she wouldn't like that. So me and her boyfriend, my brother-in-law, we'd like watch a Marvel film and be like, yeah, it's great, but she's like, none of it is real. It could never happen, right? Mm-hmm. So therefore, brain switches off. So it'd be interesting to show her this and be like, what do you think of that? Could you play this? For someone who doesn't play games, not at all, won't touch them, what do you think of that? That would be interesting.
Yeah, I think she'd like it. I
think she'd like it because it's a grounded story. It's well done. It's based on choice, so it'd be interesting to see what she thinks.
You see, Kay's weird, right? Because she's a bit like that. Like, oh, don't watch any of this sci-fi. But she loved Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, it's got dragons. Anomalies. It's got fucking dragons in it. You know what I mean? It's nonsense. But it does have like a grounded, like element to it, doesn't it? It does make it feel. Game of Thrones does a great job of making it feel like it could happen, which I suppose is all bollocks. But yeah, it does. It's grounded in certain reality.
Most people don't have a jousting contest and chop their head off the horse afterwards. Doesn't happen.
Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? So as Dusk Falls, for me, I like it. Not my type of game. We need to move on because we've been talking about this fucking game for ages.
Yeah, we have. It's a good game. Give it a play. See if you can get her to play it and let us know what she said.
We'll see.
Have a go. Have a go. Go on, have a go. Anyway, Chinny, anything else from you? Any other stuff?
No, I don't think there is. No, that's it.
Anything else from you, Antonio?
I'll stop there. I had 2 good long things about games. Yeah, I'll stop there. We'll stop
I'll
there.
just quickly mention we finally played Gloomhaven again this week after quite a few weeks of not playing it.
Yes.
Because obviously we need all 4 of us together, and unfortunately there kept being people missing, so you can't play it unless there's all 4 of us. We finally got together, and I had a shocker. I'll be honest, I had a full-on shocker of a game.
Why?
Well, I'm playing as a tank character, right?
Yeah.
So I'm meant to be the person taking the brunt of the damage, so everyone else can do their shit behind me or whatever. You know, the spellcasters and all that.
Yeah, you're a
crap.
shield. You're a human shield.
I'm a shield. I'm a human shield, but we had a bit of an issue because.
Are you a
before
human? Are you a human?
No, I'm some weird sort of dragon-looking thing.
Are you a dragon shield?
It's like a big lizardy, like humanoid lizard.
Right.
So it's pretty big. Anyway, before you do your main quest, you have to do what's known as a city event, and then you do a road event. So you have these 2 things that you do, and they either reward you or you might get a bit of penalized by, you know, depending on what comes out of the pack. So you just pick a card at random and it just has a scenario on. And then you usually get to choose 2 outcomes. So you can, but each one has its sort of pros and cons. So the actual road event turned out like a road had been blocked by all these massive rocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, do you want to try and move the rocks or take a longer route around to get to where you need to go?
Right.
So it's kind of, do you try and move them and get there quicker, or do you just take the scenic route and you don't know what's going on? So we decided to go with the let's try and move the rocks. Now, we've had this one of these characters that we haven't unlocked yet. We could have moved them easily, but we didn't. And as a result, because we sort of strained ourselves, if you will, and used up loads of energy trying to move all this shit, we had to lose 2 of our battle cards going into the main quest.
Okay.
So you have a stack of cards and they're like your attacks and stuff and movement and all that shit.
Sure.
I lost 2 that had big movement on them, so I can move 4 places and stuff. I lost 2 of those. Well, I'll tell the truth. I actually decided, I had a look and I went, oh, I'll get rid of those because they're not as good for attack. But what I hadn't thought about is I couldn't get to the front because everyone else could move 4 and 5 like places. I could only move 2 at a time at the like maximum. And it was a nightmare. Now I should have, and then you each have a personal quest that you've got to try and complete within the scenario so that you can get perks at the end.
What's your personal quest for that?
So the one for this one was to kill 5 enemies. So I had to kill 5 enemies to get to complete it. I killed 4, right? And I had 1 left to kill, and I was stood in front of it. And on my next go, I would have killed it. And you had to complete the scenario. We had to kill 20 enemies, right? 20 or more enemies in the room, in the like all the rooms and stuff. And Dan had set a trap that did 6 damage, and then Lewis had done something else that had do some more damage. And literally the 2 goes before my go, it killed enough enemies to like end the scenario. So I ended up with only killing 4, so I didn't get my perk. And I hardly got any XP. Like they've all leveled up, and I'm still on level 1. They're on level 2 now. So I'm like, for fuck's sake. So I can't level up. I can't add some cards to my deck. I didn't get any perks.
Who's doing like the kind of dungeon master role?
There isn't one
There
really.
isn't one.
So there is no dungeon master. So basically,
the
you just
game.
play as you just play as 4 characters within the universe, and then you get obviously scenarios to run through, and it has a bit of a description at the beginning, and then you have a conclusion and what sort of rewards you get for completing it. And it's quite cool actually. At the end of this one, we've got a branching now, so we've got 2 side quests to do next, so we can choose one or the other. And depending on which side quest we choose, depends on which sort of faction we're supporting within the universe. Within the game universe. It's pretty cool.
It just sounds like this would be more fun if it was an actual video game.
It is it is a video game. You can play it on Steam. It is available as a video game version.
Well, just save time.
No, it's cool. Honestly, I am quite impressed with it. Gareth Brain says, remember Hero Quest? I've got that. I bought Hero Quest as well. And I haven't played it yet. So we've still got that still in the box, never played. So because this has kind of taken over, and we reckon it's probably going to take us about 5 years to finish this at this rate. With the speed we're playing it at.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to take a while, but it's so good. Honestly, it just takes a while to set up and pack away again.
Yeah.
But it's great. I can recommend it, but it's a big investment of money and time. So yeah, as you can see on the picture, there's a lot of shit on the table.
This is a picture of your table.
This is the picture of us playing it. You've got to have a big table.
Probably
Big
okay is in
table.
the chat as well. Well, this is Sean. Sean, who lives in the same place as Duke, I believe. I think Duke met him.
Ah, is that good? That's good.
He said it's infinite stew story time.
It is. It is. Although it isn't, because this is game. It's a game. You know what I mean? It's not a video game, but it is a game.
Look how low I am on the camera.
I know. Yeah, I was looking at it.
That's like that's boredom level. So like, how high
would you
I
never
am.
play? I mean, would you ever consider playing like a proper nerdy board game?
I played that Star Wars game with Duke, didn't I, at EGX, and I got wrapped
played
into
with
the.
me.
Did I play with you as well? Not Duke.
Yeah, you played with me and my friend. It was me and my.
I was
It
going to
was-
say,
it
when
was
did
three of
Duke
us.
come to EGX? Jeez.
Oh, it was three of us. Bollocks. Who's the
It was
third person?
it was Robin. It was Robin.
Yes, it was.
Robin. It was me and Robin. I played that. I got into the hype. I got sucked in. I got sold some multi-level marketing, and I bought it. Right.
Oh God, yeah, I do remember you buying this.
It's somewhere in the house. I don't know,
I know,
where
yeah.
it is.
No idea.
I might have
Just
given
send it to
away.
me. We'll play it.
I will. I would seriously do that.
Just do it. If you find it, I'll pay the postage. Send it me.
Fucking, he just wants a deal, doesn't he? I was like,
I do. I just want another
I just-
game. Yeah,
I got this
I'm
20
liking all
game,
these
£20
games.
game for free.
Look,
Yeah,
you said you send it me. If you find it, send it me. I'll pay the postage, and I don't know.
play the game. How
buy
about
you
that?
dinner and play the game and tell you if it's any good.
I tell you what.
You can call it a loan.
Well, buy me dinner. That's two you owe me.
Yeah, I'll buy you 2 dinners and send the game.
Because
I'll
you
pay the
already owe
postage.
me one dinner for something. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
And now,
Some
if
bet
I
we
send you
had on
this,
something.
yeah, it's some bet that I won. So yeah, I'll find it, Stu. I'll find it. But it's some
If you
Star
find
Wars
it, send it
But
me.
no,
We'll play it.
I don't have those type of friends. Like Marsh is my only sort of real life friend that I play video games with, and I don't even play video games with him now because he's got 2 kids, and you know his weekends are taken up by going to bloody football games, and his sons are doing really well in football and stuff like that. So it's hard enough to get his time, which is fine. I understand that. I get that. That's fine. So I don't have, actually, I tell a lie. One of Tara's cousins is a big nerd in a good way, good lad, right? And he has his friends had a big board game culture. And he told me that one of his friends, his wife divorced him because he was too dedicated to board games.
That is
And he
funny.
would play them so much that his wife divorced him. And yeah, so John would probably, if I asked him, I was like, do you have one of your nerdy board game nights with all your nerdy friends that I can bully or something when I go around? And he'd be like, yeah, come round. So if I pushed it, I would, but I don't want to. I'd play it with you, Stu.
Yeah.
If you said to me, hey, Chinny, and I was, for some reason, or like we did an EGX or something, and we're at a hotel at night, and we go, right, we're going to, like the 4 of us, and we're going to dedicate ourselves to play this for like 7 hours, right? Well, let's do it. Let's fucking do it, right? I'd do it with you for the entertainment value. Maybe we'd like record it or whatever, but to do it, I don't know. I don't know. Outside of this sort of world of people, like this circle of friends, I don't think I'd be asked.
Yeah, it's
do
cool anyway.
I do it for entertainment
You
purposes.
do it for that.
I do it as an experiment.
It would be different.
Gareth in the chat
Oh,
says,
okay.
Chinny, can I ask you if you still play Snooker 19? No, but there is another snooker game called...
Yeah, real snooker.
No. Well, I have been playing... I don't know if you've been listening, Gareth, but I have been playing real snooker quite a lot.
Real snooker.
So I'm back into real snooker, so that's kind of taken over everything. But it's taken over video games, to be fair. I play snooker more than I play games. But there is a new snooker game called... I think it's a pool game called Shooter's Pool, which is free. Well, there's a free version and a paid version, which I've been meaning to try. So I will maybe try and play that at some point and put it on the YouTube channel. So there you go, Gareth. And I'll talk about it on this. There's a new snooker game. Stu. That should be exciting for me.
Cool.
But-
Is this the one that I keep going, the most realistic physics in any game ever made?
Yeah, but like every
I have
fucking
seen all that
pool
bullshit.
and snooker game says that shit anyway,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I've seen all of that stuff.
And we played
well,
pool
we'll
in
see.
VR, didn't we, Stu? And that
We
was...
did. I lied that, but you never wanted to play it again because I beat you
just-
twice.
Well,
It's true. You can't deny it. It did happen. Is that it? So that you're not talking to me now?
no, I'm not. I'm just refusing to acknowledge it.
What? The fact that I beat you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. I beat your ass twice, and you didn't beat me once.
You didn't play. You didn't beat me in real snooker though. When we played real snooker,
I beat you in real pool, and I beat you there as well. Yeah,
Fuck it
I
up. You beat me in
did.
real pool. It must have been 8
Yeah, I
years
beat you
ago.
in real pool, virtual pool. You just give me pool, man. I'll beat you.
Yeah, but I think we played each other once in real pool.
Doesn't matter. I still beat you.
All right, we need to have a rematch.
That's like saying, oh, we had a football match once and you beat me, but you didn't
All right,
really.
We'll have a rematch. We'll have a rematch on real
Yeah,
pool.
well, we'll see. We'll see.
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ. Pool's shit anyway. Pool's baby snooker. Do you know what I mean? Pool is just baby snooker. It's not even a real game. Snooker's a real game.
Oh, it doesn't take a lot, does it? Anyway. Yeah, is that it for what we've been playing? I think that's kind of it. So,
I think so.
I have got a little bit of news. You got some news.
9-ball pool is the best. I agree.
Yeah, 9-ball pool.
News.
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 There's not a lot actually with news, but there is some biggish news this week, which is just a weird. I don't know whether it's a weird one or not. I'll let you.
I haven't been
decide.
listening to any gaming podcast, so I don't know anything. I
Well,
didn't even
I
know
will-
this Multiversus thing was out. I don't know any news.
Well, let's see what you think about this.
Well, you'll be able to
okay?
know how bored I am by how low I am on the webcam.
Meta Quest 2, right?
Meta Quest
Okay.
2. So that's the VR.
Oculus
right?
Quest 2, whatever, right?
Yeah.
They're putting it up by £100 and $100 in America. They're going.
They're putting it
full
up?
shit. They're putting it up by £100 a
That takes
headset.
balls, man.
Yeah, so it's going to be £400 for the 64 gigabyte and £500 for the
I've
bigger one.
never ever heard of that.
Yeah, putting it up. They're basically saying the reason for the price. Actually, it's not 64 gigs anymore. It's 128, isn't it? But that is how much the 128 launched at. So they're almost like, oh, well, this is how much it was originally, and we just gave it as a discount.
Yeah,
for
but
a
look,
while.
things go down in value. Things
Yeah.
get easier to make and manufacture and
Yeah.
cheaper.
But what they're saying is because of the global shortage of shit,
Fuck off.
it's
It's
costing them
just-
more
it's
to
just-
make them.
It's an excuse nowadays.
Yeah,
It's just
costing them more to
bollocks.
make them. So they're going to have to charge more. So
Fuck
yeah, that's
that.
from now from the 1st of August onwards. So from tomorrow, if you get one of these, it's going to cost you £100 more. And the only sweetener in all of this shit is that they're going to give you Beat Saber for free until December. So till the end of December, if you buy one now, you get Beat Saber for free.
Which is a great game, but
It is
still,
a great
no.
game, but it's only another it's like what 25 quid or something. So it's effectively knocking 25 quid off the price if you were going to buy it. So which would have made nothing to me because I went from an original Quest to the Quest 2, so it would have made no difference to me because I already owned it. So I'm quite glad I just bought it when I did, to be honest, because I wouldn't want to pay 400 quid for one of these.
No.
I had a
300
Quest and then
quid's-
flogged it.
Yeah, 300 quid's all right.
Doable, isn't it? But 400 quid? I mean, it's like people were saying that's getting into the price of an Xbox Series X territory or a PS5 territory.
And also, like, I don't know.
Would you have one of them or would you have one
Look,
of these? I don't know.
I know you have a big stiffy for VR, Stu,
I know, yeah.
but it's shit, innit?
No, I still like it. That's not going to change.
Do you know what I mean?
But would I have bought one of these at £400? Possibly. But it wouldn't have been as an easy buy. It wouldn't have been as easy going, yeah, 300 quid, I'll have one.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think 400 quid is a lot.
it is.
And that's a no from me.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it's
Yeesh.
a lot. So
I
yeah,
wonder
so
what
that's
that'll do
happening.
for the Quest 1 prices. Obviously, they're not messing with that, but I'm curious what the second-hand market will do with that.
Well,
I'm
it's a
very
bit.
curious to see
I
that.
sold mine recently, and there was someone at work, so I weren't bothered about making tons of money on it, so I just sold it for
Mhm.
100 quid. My original Quest.
Mhm.
I could, and they were going for more than that on eBay.
Please
at the
say you
time.
gave it a clean. Please say
Oh
you gave it
yeah,
a clean.
yeah. I gave it a
Exactly.
clean before
No.
I gave it to
So I'm
them.
pretty sure wasn't that your
Um,
fitness one or something? I
We're
swear.
not-
Yeah. But this is. I did get a new insert
The
for it,
buyer
so I had
requested that it wasn't clean.
Yeah, they did. I had 2 inserts for it. So I had one that I used to use for the exercise stuff and one just for normal gaming. So I
Yeah,
already
I
had
had
a
the
spare
same
one. Yeah. So what I did was, so I gave it a right good clean anyway. And I was so nice because I know the person, I trust them and stuff. I've left
He's so
all my,
nice.
I've left my account on it with all the games and everything, so they didn't have to buy any games for it.
So
So they've-
nice.
So
Pretty
they've
much
got
got the
all,
entire store library then. Jesus.
yeah, they've got pretty much the whole quest library, and every new game I get, they get that as well. So it can't be bad, I suppose, for them.
Wow.
They've done pretty
You're
well out of
you're
that.
like Jesus.
I am the person who just keeps on giving.
You're like virtual quest Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, they can't buy anything because you'd have to put a code in to do that. So you have to put my personal code. So they can't just go buying stuff on it. They can just carry on
In
playing.
fact, you're better than Jesus.
I am. I'm better than Jesus. Better than Jesus. Some other news here. Fan is remastering The Simpsons Hit and Run, including all hand drawing all of the cutscenes in the game.
I read that. Yeah.
That is nice, but
That's
I've
pretty cool.
heard it's like the 7th time I've heard of this kind of story. It's just like just different engines.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Do not get me wrong, but like
Yeah.
I hear that very often.
I mean, it
We'll
was a
see.
good game, but it wasn't that good. Do you know what I mean? Like, it
Everyone
was
seems
good.
to think it was. I've never played this.
Yeah, but
everyone, like,
time does
loses
this,
their
doesn't
shit
it?
on
People convince themselves that things were better than they were. But like, I mean, it was a good game. I liked it, but would it be good enough for someone to hand draw all those cutscenes? No. Like, just play the original on the GameCube. It's not that big of a deal.
Just to
But
get DMCA'd by Fox or now Disney eventually.
Exactly.
Once that
maybe
goes public.
if they're doing it to sort of get a job and say, look what I did, this is in my portfolio, fair fucking play. Because that would be impressive. But yeah, that's probably why they're doing it. I've just answered my own question.
Yeah.
Fair play to the geezer.
Um,
Or girl, whatever.
So there's been some other interesting stuff this week. Peter Moore from Xbox, used to run the Xbox division.
He's
and all
not
that
at
shit.
Xbox anymore, is he?
No, he isn't anymore. I said used to.
That's a long time ago.
Used to run the Xbox division.
British
when it
guy,
was
bald.
the 360 era. Said he encouraged the console wars. He wanted that shit to go down.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
He said, we encourage the console wars not to create a division, but to challenge each other. And when I say each other, I do mean Microsoft and Sony.
Yeah.
If Microsoft had stuck that course after the Xbox, after all the red rings of death gaming, would be a poorer place for it. You wouldn't even have that competition that you have today. So he's saying he's made the gaming world a better place by encouraging the old console wars back in the day.
Sure, you did.
Cool. So, yeah, that's what he's saying. Former Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk devs are working on a first-person online game set in Japan. So that's what
If you
they're
took
doing.
online game out of that, I'd get excited.
I would have been interested.
As soon as you said online game, my brain just went,
turn off.
See you
I
later.
agree. I do agree. Google Stadia insists it is not shutting down.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like, no, we're not shutting down. We're always working on bringing more great games to the platform. Stadia is not shutting down. Rest assured, we're always working on bringing more games to the platform. They say it enough times, you might believe it.
As soon as you said online game, my brain did this.
Yeah, exactly. And Stadia Pro, let us know if you have any other questions. It's not shutting down. There you go. That's what they said.
Yeah. I've got my.
It's not doing well, though, is it? Let's be
I've
honest.
got my Stadia controller here. Hang on. This is so fucking lazy I'm being. I'm not even shifting off my chair.
This is rather relevant, by the way, because
Hang on.
yeah, Gareth says in the chat, I'll sell you Google Stadia. You might get a $5 for it if you're lucky.
Look, so if you press the middle button, something does happen with the Stadia. Did you know this?
No, I don't know.
Can you see the Stadia on the web on the old webcams? Can you see it? Can you see the
yes,
controller?
I can see the controller.
If I press the button, watch what happens. I press it and it goes like this.
Oh, that's quite impressive. What's that saying about it, though?
There's another button at the back as well.
Who knew? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Gareth, by the way, in the chat has asked, what's your thoughts on games with gold and the fact the same games are getting repeated as free? I don't think I barely think it's a thing now. With Game Pass, who cares what they give away for free?
Yeah, like, I don't mind it. I still play them every month. I have found some good indie games through there. It's weird. There was one point for a couple months where they had some bangers after bangers of games, but normally it is just very mid to average indie games, which is great. More times than not, I like the 360 games, but they've been doing it so much, right, that they are, like Gareth said, they are repeating games.
But
with the 360, at least, there's only a certain amount they can do because they only allowed a certain amount to be backwards compatible.
Yeah, there's only so many games, and also, like, people might have missed them or just joined because they've got a lot of new customers that went over from the PS4 to the Xbox Series X because of Game Pass, and they're like, actually, we've got like millions of customers that have never got the previous games with gold. So let's put them on. I'm a customer. I suppose the person that should be most offended is someone like me that has been an Xbox customer for many, many years, that benefited from games with gold and now has Game Pass. So I'm like, how dare they fucking give away the same games? I'm not getting value for money, but I am because I've got Game Pass. So I don't really care. I don't think anybody cares. I think this is clickbait. See you later. Goodbye. I'm out. I'm going to slam the door and walk away.
Have you slammed the door? Is it slammed?
Look, slammed it.
Slammed it. Done.
Slammed it.
Okay.
Are you slamming multiple doors? That okay.
I opened it again. I opened it again. I opened it again. I opened it. Look,
There's 3 slams, then an open. So
I opened it,
piece together the story in my head.
and then I'm walking away.
Okay.
Okay. We've got some GTA 6 leaked shit. How true it is anybody's
Oh my god,
guess.
there's a woman.
There's apparently a woman protagonist in the game, and it will be set over potentially 3 different cities. So I've heard.
Until because I'm a big Rockstar fanboy, right? So I suppose people go, Chinny, have you? Oh my god,
This is for your benefit, Chinny. I don't know whether you care or whether you give a shit or not.
So until Rockstar release a little video on their little YouTube channel, and it goes.
How does it go?
That'd have been a nice phantasm reverb there.
You know this city. I ain't too good for this city no more. I don't know what they say. And then it spans over, and then there's a car driving, and then I'll look at that video. I'll break that video down. I'll look at it and talk about it. Until then, rumors don't interest me at all. I don't care.
For me, I'm a guy that I wait for a trailer or a release date. That's all I wait for, really. These little tidbits, I'm like, cool.
I don't even want a trailer. I don't even want a trailer. I think GTA is so popular that it could just go GTA 6, 2025.
Yeah.
See you later.
Shit's happening. So they're basically saying it'll be like a Bonnie and Clyde story, potentially. Who knows?
Sure. Whatever.
Sure. We'll go with it. And there is a little bit more news. UK government demands games companies protect children from loot boxes, but stuck short of any legislation. So they're still saying, yeah, we don't want you selling this shit to kids. They've got to have a parent's consent before we can buy this shit, because we know that happens because parents are very responsible where games are concerned. Yeah, so don't sell this shit to kids. But you can make your own minds up and do your own rules. We don't care. Just don't sell them to kids if you can.
Just effort in it. In their minds, just effort in it.
Yeah, they're not. The government's not really stepping in. They're just saying they're giving guidance.
Sell your kids.
Sell your kids. Sell your kids to someone.
Sell your kids. There's your answer.
There you go. And that's kind of it for news. There's not much else other than that. But we have got an email.
I didn't know we can do emails.
Oh yeah, we can. So we'll do an email. Let's do that shit. Emails. There you go. Lovely. I don't know how that works, but hey guys, it's from Jacinta, by the way. Hello again, she says. We've not heard of Jacinta for a while. She says, hey guys, it's been a while. I know I've still been listening every week, but Elliot, he's keeping me busy, and every week I forget to write an email.
Selfish. Elliot is selfish.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He should let you write an email at some point, which he has, I guess, this week. Not this week.
I don't know how old Elliot would be now. Probably 1.
Wow. Chinny was almost right a few episodes ago, but it wasn't the baby crawling that makes things harder. He's walking. He's now toddling around and even riding a little plastic sit-down scooter trike thing. See, kids grow so fast, man. They grow quick.
They grow quick.
They do. That said, I've still had time for gaming when he's asleep. Alas, I've become a little addicted to PC games again. You see, I got a bit bored of what was on offer on Xbox. Even though Game Pass is incredible value, it doesn't have the same range of available games as PC, especially with online games.
Nick's 21.
Said online, by the way, though. Yeah. And I'm kind of sick of single-player games in general, so I started playing League of Legends again, as it was the only thing that would actually run on my laptop. Traditionally, this would give me arm and wrist pain, but it hasn't been amazing. I think it's because I'm using the shitty desk in our townhouse that is built into the wall and super small, so my feet hit the wall if I push the chair in too far, which is kind of annoying. But because of this, I'm using my mouse quite close to the edge of the desk and not leaning on my forearm while I play. I think that's what made me not get the repetitive strain. Super weird reasons, but I'll take it. Thanks, shitty desk. I hate you less now.
Invest in good ergonomics, people.
Yeah, indeed.
Worth its weight in gold.
I'm keen to play more PC games, but my laptop only runs a few, so I've ordered parts to build a small form factor gaming PC. I won't bore with all the specifics, but it's been a fun little project picking out all of the parts. Hopefully, they will be delivered in a few days. I'm a little bit nervous about the build as it's only a 7.25 litre case. But I've done quite a few builds in my time, so it should be all right. Yeah, I mean, if you built PCs before, you'll be fine. I mean, it's just a smaller space to stick everything into, but you know, everything is small anyway, isn't it? Like you have a small motherboard and all that kind of stuff, but everything goes. These things are built well. Anyways, love you guys to bits and still listening every week, but I have been too busy getting yelled at for being a newbie in League and chasing a cheeky little toddler to email you.
Cheeky little toddler.
Yeah. Question. If you were building a new gaming PC and budget was no issue, would you RGB or would you not RGB?
No, I wouldn't know.
See, I have RGB in mine. I kind of like it, but it's not a deal breaker. I would like if it didn't have flashy lights, I'd be just like, it's fine. Fine either way.
I want RGB now.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend a lot of cash on it.
Well, we've swapped we've moved offices at work and stuff. So I only have a laptop at work. You know what I mean? I just have a laptop. Because the last office we had at work, I didn't even have a desk. All right, I just sat anywhere I wanted. Because I just have a laptop, and I was like, I don't need a desk because we're tight on desk space. I was like, I don't need a desk. I'll just sit anywhere. So I got this laptop now, and so I got a stand for it, and then we bought like this RGB keyboard with a mouse and stuff, and it's just a gimmick. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
well, I have a really old Microsoft gaming keyboard that glows red, but it doesn't do any other color. It's just red. So the inside of my PC is just all red. So I just set all the lights to red, so it just kind of glows red inside when the lights are off. Which kind of looks cool.
Mine glows
I
red.
have.
Yeah.
Is my CPU has a light, which is nice, I guess, at night, and my keyboard has like, it does RGB, but it has like 3 set colors and it transitions between them. The only thing it's really good for me is that when I, work at night, so I can see the keys when I need them. RGB, it's fine. It's quite nice to look down and go, colors, which is nice at times. But I don't know. I get the question was no, but the budget is not a problem. But I don't know. Unless it's done right, it can look really tacky.
Yeah, it just does. I don't think it's a deal breaker. I don't think it matters.
I don't think it really matters. No.
What's really weird, right? There's a lot of the more expensive. I know it's nothing to do with games, but a lot of the more expensive DJ controllers have RGB lights on the pads, for the different functions. And I get it, but you'd have to remember what the colors represent, and I don't see the benefit of that. I'm like, well, that does this. I know what it does. Why do I need to have color to tell me? I don't know. It is weird how people are like, oh, it's got RGB. It needs RGB. Everything needs RGB. Different colors.
It's the same as anything. It's like, what stupid shit can we add on to sell to bump up price?
Bump up the volume. Pump up the volume.
So.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. And that's it for that. We have got a Speakpipe off Duke, but I don't know how we're going to play it.
I can't play it.
I mean, I can play it on my speakers, and we might be able to hear it through the mic.
That's awful. Let's wait for next week.
Yeah, shall we wait for that? But then he'll be like, oh, well, it needed to be played last week, because what's the point in playing it now? And I'm like, we can't play them, Duke. Why are you
no, is it Duke?
Yeah, Duke sent us a
Speakpipe.
to play.
Hold on. If I do it on... Okay.
Do it on your phone and do it through the speaker on your phone.
Did you email it me? Did you email it me?
No, he's emailed it to the email podcast email. So you should get it anyway.
Right. Rags, say less. Okay. Got it. Right. Here we go. Hello.
Go on, put it on your phone. We'll hear it. It'll be fine.
Good evening. Okay, here it is.
Here we go.
All right, what's up, people? This is Duke here. This is take 3. I keep being unsatisfied with my speak pipes. Anyway, whoever's filling in for me, thanks for filling in for me. I came down with COVID halfway through the week. I don't know what the heck happened. We tried to trace it back. We don't know exactly how it happened. I feel okay generally, but I have been coughing a lot, and I should probably let my voice rest and whatnot. So anyway, I've been taking it easy, and I feel mostly okay. The Duchess has not gotten COVID from me, which is good. I'm staying downstairs all the time, and we only rarely, we eat dinner outside together and stuff. So anyway, staying healthy, and I'm, playing Dinkum and Rocket League and some other games, which I'll talk about when I get back onto the show. And I don't know. I guess I should ask a question, huh? So I sent Chinny something, which maybe you'll talk about on the show, about this weird thing in Red Dead 2 that I had never seen before, and I never heard him talk about, but I know that he knows that there's a lot of interesting stuff in that game. Anyway, so here's the question. And I don't know if we've ever talked about this, what's the most creepy or unsettled or freaked out you've ever felt from a video game? Not necessarily jump scares, but like something under the skin. I don't know. Hope you had a great show, or are having a good show, or will have a good show. And that's it. Bye.
So
That's such an easy question for me.
Go on.
The mannequins in Condemned.
Oh yeah, you.
I don't think there's an easier question for me to answer. That, for me, is the creepiest thing I've ever encountered in a video game, and it's such an old game now, but they don't even do anything.
No,
it's just fucking creepy as all hell, because like every time you turn around, it's a bit like the Weeping Angels in Doctor Who, because every time you turn around, they're a bit closer to you, and it's like, it's horrible. And every time you turn around, then turn back, they're like closer again. And then they don't do anything.
From me, was probably PT. The entire experience of playing PT.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Creepy as hell, and I adored that. But it's also, I remember playing it for the first time with a friend, and I heard so much about it. And I remember going to bed, just obviously not like staying awake thinking, oh God, Lisa is in the house, but like, that was fucking creepy, man. Yeah. Like being a bit giddy, but also terrified at the same time, how cool it was, but how creepy it was at the same time. So yeah, PT would be my answer.
There was another thing I played, which was a demo, and it was some weird game, and it was like The Address on the Street. And I don't think it ever got made into a proper game, but it was just this like British semi-detached house on this random street, and you're these like person like ghost hunting, and that was fucking creepy as all hell. That was a bit like PT creepiness.
I mean, living in Britain is pretty creepy.
Yeah, exactly. It was just this. I think it was because it just looked so normal, just like a normal like British semi-detached house. But once you were inside, all this creepy shit was happening like all the time. It was horrible. And I got Millie to play when she was about 11 or 12 or something, and it freaked the hell out of her. Because why not? It's what you do with kids. Chinny, you?
I've spoken about this one before, but it's Condemned 2, where walking down a corridor and there's like a left turn coming up, and a wheelchair just rolls out for no reason.
Yeah.
And I say out loud while playing it, "Fuck that!" And then the worst part was when you walk around the corner, there's no one there. Like that really freaked me out.
Yeah.
Like there's no one there, and it just moved. That really freaked me out. There was something that I just thought of that I've completely forgotten. So, yeah.
Another one to fill in. I think it's either Silent Hill 2 or 3 in the like alternate world. Entering a bathroom and hearing a very light cry, like someone crying quite quietly. You never find out where that person is. You never see them. But when you walk into that bathroom, you hear someone crying for like a good 10, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's
it.
It's
shit like that's
consequential.
Phasmophobia was creepy, wasn't it?
That has its moments.
Yeah, like when the first time you hear like a like that in your ear, you're like, oh my God, like that's fucking awful. Like that really like made me go, fucking hell, that's awful, but enjoyable.
It is weird how as human beings we enjoy being scared. We enjoy being creeped out by stuff. It's weird.
The witch in Left 4 Dead was always a bit odd, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. When you walk in and you can hear her crying, but you're not quite sure where she is to begin with. Yeah, and you know, if you fucking come across her and don't realize she's there, you're fucking dead.
Sends you chills.
Yeah, so good. Good question though. We like questions like that. It was good. Thank you, Jude.
Thanks, dude.
Look, other people, not like co-hosts of the show, can send us questions like that and we'll answer them.
Well, he does sound a bit ill, doesn't he?
He did sound a little bit ill. He did.
Sound ill.
He did.
But hey ho, I hope you get better.
Hey ho. Oh, you'll be fine for next week, Jude. Hope you're feeling better soon.
You'll be fine.
That in mind, shall we do some shout outs? Let's do that.
Sure.
Go on, Eric. I was saying Eric, then he's not here.
Eric?
Go on, Antonio. You can go first.
Well, shout out Eric. I hope you get better soon, mate, because we need our Rocket League fix together. And also, shout out to my dog Nessie. I heard her barking during the show, and I'm very curious to find out what she was barking at. Also,
Some
thank you for letting me
creepy-ass
come on the show.
wheelchair in your apartment.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She saw a ghost dog.
Yeah, she did. She saw it.
Yeah, that's it. And obviously, thank you for having me on. It's always nice to be the fill-it-inner guy.
Always welcome,
Always
Antonio. Always welcome.
Except when I'm not.
Except when you're not.
Kind of just I know we're doing shout, but just out of interest, what's the creepiest thing that's happened to you in real life? Got anything creepy that's happened to you in real
Well,
life?
that's a good question, isn't it? That's a good question.
Like not in video games.
Discovering how expensive it is to have a house.
Oh yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, that's just
It does not end.
the
Yeah,
creepiest thing to happen in real life.
I mean, have you ever had a creepy ghosty type thing experience? Either of you?
No.
No, and I've had a friend take me to an abandoned school. So I used to live in a place called Somerset, and in a place called Minehead, there was an abandoned school that my friend knew how to get into. And yeah, for sure, it is creepy that you're exploring a place which, is no longer being inhabited. I don't know. I did find it that creepy. I'm trying to think and give you a good answer. I don't know.
You see, I've got one, right? And it involves Millie, and we've never told her because she was only tiny at the time.
But you'll say it on the internet.
She
But I'll say it on
floated.
the internet.
Did she
doesn't-
float?
She doesn't listen to this. No.
She just floated. Like that.
We used to bath her
Daddy?
in a.
Daddy!
We used to
Yeah.
bath her in. For God's sake, we used to bath her in a plastic bath on the floor in the
I thought you said
bathroom.
a plastic bag there. I was like, fucking
No,
hell,
plastic
stupid.
bath. One night we were bathing her and the door was open onto the landing and she was talking. She was about, I don't know how old she was. She wasn't very old though, but she was talking.
Yappa, yappa, yappa.
And she pointed to the landing and went, "Who's that man?" Right. So Kay and I both turned around thinking, fucking hell, there's someone in the house. No one there, obviously. And we're like, "What man?" And she's like, "That man standing there. Who is it?" And we were like, "Don't know." And
Good
she was like,
night.
yeah, she was adamant there was someone stood there, and there was nobody there. And she did it twice. She did it in the living room once as well. Same sort of thing. Sort of said, "Who's that stood over there?" And there was just nobody.
Kids are
there.
crazy though, aren't they? Kids are mad.
Yeah,
Like, we
yeah.
had,
But that was creepy as all hell. Can I just say?
Yeah, kids are insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
So creepy or scary? Like, where are we drawing the line? Because, like, for example, I have walked a good mile before, in fact, from a nightclub to my student flat at the time, and someone followed me the entire way.
Yeah,
And
that's creepy as all hell.
It
isn't
started out,
And
as
scary.
they're going the same way. Everyone's leaving the nightclub.
Yeah.
But I walked a good mile and a bit, and that's way too coincidental.
I never
Yeah,
really
that's
get,
creepy and scary.
I
though,
never
isn't
really
it?
get
That's a
worried
bit of
about
both.
that stuff. You know, when you're walking late at night, and it's like
I do find it creepy. And was
I never
when
get-
I used to go around to
I
my
never-
mates drinking.
I could there could be a guy behind me with a knife and a hoodie, and I'd be like, he's fine. He's probably just tired. Do you know? Like, I don't
Yeah, he'll be
know.
fine. He's not
He
gonna
won't
stab
attack
me and
me.
rob me
What
or
is he going to
anything.
attack me for? I got nothing. Yeah. So I can't think of anything really. I can't think
No.
of.
Nothing that's creepy
I'd
out
have
in
to
real
ask
life.
Tara. I can't.
That's good. Well, come back next week. Have a think about it. If you come up with something, let us know next week. So back over to shout out. So over to you, Chinny, I guess.
Yeah, I just shout out to obviously Duke for not making the show, and hope you get better. Antonio, these are basic shout outs. You know it's coming, Antonio. Whatever. So shout out.
Well,
to
it's my
you.
only payment, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Correct. Shout out to the people that were, because we streamed Escape Academy, didn't we, on Monday night? I think it was. Stu.
Yes, we did. We did.
Thanks for listening. We so the people watching it, obviously the people that are watching tonight. That's it really, just basic stuff. So thanks as always.
Yeah. So there you go.
Stu's
I'm going to do
Stu's
the
reading
same.
something.
I am reading something. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to shout out, obviously, Antonio. Thank you for coming on and filling in for Duke. Shout out Duke, of course. Hope he's feeling better soon. Yeah, that's kind of it, really. And obviously, Jacinta for sending an email after a while. And I hope everything's going well for you. And yeah, and all that stuff, I guess, all the good stuff. And
Shout
send us
out
some emails.
EGX. I just
Yes.
remember it's existing because it came up on my Twitter feed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so send an email, podcast@veterangamers.co.uk if you want to do that. Chinny is now doing a magic trick for some weird reason. And
Whoa.
wow, that's impressive. And that's creepy. Right, that's it. I think it's time to get the hell out of here. So cue the outro music, Chinny.
Yeah, no worries.
And then I guess you edited that in there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was
And
flawless.
did it sound okay?
It was
could you
pretty
tell?
good. Yeah, pretty flawless.
Could you tell?
Hey, look, I got a card trick.
Okay, let's see. Is this a real card trick or a pretend one?
We'll see.
Oh God.
I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna work one day. Right, ready? So this is pack of cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal pack of cards, as you can see. Nothing crazy about these, right? Okay, Antonio.
Yes.
Think of a card.
Okay, I'm going to think of one. Just
Think
okay.
a genuine card, like, and then tell me.
All right, we
Tell
both. Is
you.
this?
Tell
yeah,
me.
Go on then. Yeah, don't tell him.
Okay. The Four of Hearts.
The Four of Hearts.
Yes.
Fuck. One day.
Is this working?
No, like one day, I'm just gonna do that, and it's gonna look really good. Do you know what I mean? I do it like every now and again. I'll just do it. Just
Well, you
like,
happen to just
think of a
luckily
card.
pick the
Tell me
right
what
card.
card you're thinking of, and then I'll just go bam. Oh, Two of Hearts, Antonio. Look at
That's
that.
close.
That's very
That's
close.
close.
But the one, like, it's probability, isn't it? So the one time I get it right, that'll be the best trick ever.
Yeah, but there's a 1 in 52 chance.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
it's
So
not
I
gonna
did
happen.
I did a shoot. It's because I can actually tell these stories now as well, Mike. Actually, to promote a game involving like sleight of hand card conning and stuff, we hired a professional magician to react to like the tricks in the game and stuff, and it's really interesting seeing magicians or sleight of hand artists really do what they
tricks
do. And
twice.
it really is.
Yeah. When you do it, when you
Just-
see a trick
it's really-
twice, you're like, oh, I think I got it. Yeah.
But that's the thing. There were
Can
times
you
the
do
things
this,
he was
though?
doing
Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do that?
with the power of editing. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was slick.
That was slick.
actually.
Yeah.
So
So
it's like-
what trick did he do? What did he do? You remember?
Well, I can get the video and have a look, but it was basically him reacting and saying if the tricks were real or like how probable they were. In terms of,
I see. One of those videos, like magician reacts
yeah,
to street magic. Sort of thing.
like, that's exactly how I pitched it to the investors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Is
It-
that
it was just
online? Is
interesting
that
seeing-
video live?
It is. It's on PC Gamer is the channel. that I
Okay.
did it for. It's magician reacts to card tricks. But yeah, it really is because sure there are the sleight of hand bullshits, but seeing certain simple things like trying to slam a card down while holding two and just not seeing the fingers move, little things like that, which are very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what you don't realize, the vast majority, especially with sleight of hand magic, is just misdirection. That is how they do a lot of these tricks. I watched a guy on the telly do the cup and balls thing with the foam balls,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and even watching it wasn't until I rewound it and watched it in slow motion.
Yeah, it's
That
it's
he did what he
fast.
did, and-
It's speed that
It
does
is
it.
speed, but it is also sometimes it isn't even speed. What the guy basically did, he had a magic wand, right? And he had a sponge ball on top of one of the cups. And he went up in the air, twizzling the magic wand round, and then came down to point it where the cup was, and the ball was gone. Right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's impressive. How the fuck did that happen? It's just disappeared. When you rewound it and watched, as he was twizzling the wand around, he just literally picked it up with his other hand.
Yeah.
He just took it off the top of the cup, and obviously he had about, must have been 15 people stood around him. And not a single one of them saw him do it because they were all focused on the wand spinning in his other hand. They didn't even look what his other hand were doing.
Thank you for explaining misdirection.
And I'm just like, wow, that is just ridiculous that nobody saw him do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single person. So,
Like
yeah,
do you know? But I've stolen your wallet during this episode.
What? I wondered where that had gone. It was in my
I
pocket.
think you
a
should try
minute
that card
ago.
trick again. See if you get it this time. You're very
Okay.
close with the Two of Hearts.
Yeah,
You're very
okay.
close.
Think of
Extremely close.
think of another card. Should I do it with you, Antonio? Should I do it with Stu?
Do it me. I want to pick a card.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Right. Here we go.
Okay, I've got one in my head. I reckon this is definitely going to be a card you're going to pick. 8 of diamonds.
Oh, 7 of hearts. That's
Oh,
pretty.
it's close. It was close.
That's
Um,
close. That's pretty.
It
Good.
was 1 out and 1 suit off.
Yeah. But like I do it to people that I don't know that well sometimes. I go, right, I've got a card trick. Think of a card. And they go, oh yeah, like 8 of hearts or whatever. and then I
And
just
then
pull it
you'll
out,
see- they just fuck it up.
and they just go,
Just-
"Oh." I was like,
Should do,
"I'm gonna."
should do it with business cards for your company. Think of a card, any card, pull out your business
Well, the
card.
trouble is,
That might
the
not be the
trouble
one you're
is-
thinking of, but that's the one you want.
Yeah.
That's quite good. I like that.
Thank you,
The
thank
thing is, though, Chinny, right? The problem with the trick you're doing is people then expect you to pull it out in another way, like pull it out of your pocket or
Put it
in
in
your
my
mouth
arse.
or out of your ass, but you
Oh,
don't.
no,
So you
Folded.
just literally do not
Unfolded.
get
It's
the
not
card.
even folded. It's crisp.
You literally don't get the card.
You know what I mean? I'm going to
could do
pull
that
out a
trick if
card
you-
out of my bottom without folding it.
If you did a force, you need to do a force on them.
It's going to
And
come out
then,
like it
yeah,
came out
and
of a
then
brand new
control
packet.
Shuffle to ensure the one you want is on the top of the pack.
See that
That's how
card?
you
It,
need to
it,
do
it looks crisp, no fold or nothing. That's
Yeah.
how it's going to come out of my bum
out
hole.
of your ass.
I think
Right,
that's a show, Stu.
I think that's show. I think I need to
That's
go.
got to be the time to
there.
cut off the recording.
Yeah. If you just stop the stream, I just want to have a quick chat with Chinny before you go.
Hold on.
Stop the stream. and-
Recording stopped.
Thanks.
Oh,
Bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.